everybody, welcome to another episode of Hijinks Handlebars.
Hey!
An actual Play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream with QueueTimes.
Yeah!
Yes, everyone, yes. If you have never seen the show before, if this is your first time joining us, then I want you to know that this is a continuous campaign. We have had a first season, we're on our second season right now. We had a little bit of a hiatus, this is us coming off of that. We have an entire back catalog of VODs on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel where you can see everything that we've done so far. There are also going to be the episodes that come out on the Twitch. They will go out onto the YouTube for their further future as far as I'm concerned. That's what I know. So we won't be in the chat, but someone from QueueTimes will be in the chat. We might be in the chat today. We might be in the chat.
Who knows?
We might be in the chat today.
If I am, I'm Boss Dog.
I don't know. Ask us. Just pull the chat.
Somehow we don't even have keyboards on us.
Yeah.
But we'll
We're in the chat.
Speak for yourself.
Can this move? It's just sorry.
It's off screen.
Okay, awesome. Great.
I'm in.
You're in. Excellent.
I hacked the stream.
Love it. Hack the stream. We're all hacking the stream, baby. Don't hack the stream, please. This is Kids on Bike System. It is akin to Stranger Things or It or Stand By Me, that kind of thing. Young people having adventures in small towns, that kind of stuff. It's supernatural elements and scary stuff and monsters. But right out the gate, I do want to give a content warning. This show is almost like entirely improvised. I'd say like 99.5-ish% improvised. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I don't know exactly what my players are going to be doing, but that doesn't mean that we're edgy and trying to
Kill God.
Yeah, we're not trying to be really horrible or anything. That's like and we steer away from that as much as we possibly can. But that being said, some things that we have touched on in the past, I know could be triggering for some. So if you come across something like that, feel free to turn the stream off, or the VOD, or wherever you're watching this, and get a hold of us on social media, on Twitter or Instagram or anything. Ask us kind of what happened in the episode, if we can fill you in without the things that you don't want to hear or that you can't hear, and we'll try to keep you up to date as long as you want to watch the show, because I want you to be able to watch the show even if we touch on elements that like you necessarily aren't super comfortable with. So things that we've talked about in the past: death, dying, harm to children, harm to animals, loneliness, claustrophobia, self-harm, suicidal ideation. Let's see. Is there anything else? That covers like a large swath of things. And generally, if something comes up, just be careful with yourself. That's the main thing I want you to take away. So let's get some thank yous out at the top. I want a big thank you for Hunters Entertainment for publishing Kids on Bikes and for giving me these dice that have skulls on them. And then also for a backpack that's usually behind me. It's really wonderful. The set's all changing and everything is changing here at QueueTimes, which is great.
Welcome to 2020.
Yeah, 2020, 20 funny. So big thank you to Hunters Entertainment. Big thank you to QueueTimes, of course, for hosting us and for all the work you do, especially Jake, previously known as Indigo. You can follow them and everything else they do. They have like a humongous amount of shows out right now. Some really cool, really exciting stuff that I think is just out. It's out now.
Yeah.
It's just out now.
Yeah.
Like there's a Star Trek show. I get to say that now, like, because
Yes.
it's out.
And this
That's
is
very
stuff
cool.
we've been hearing about behind the scenes for like months.
Yeah.
That all of
We're
us
in
have
the
been
know.
super excited
Yeah.
about, but it's cool that it's finally here.
But you can follow the Hijinks Handlebars stuff, all that stuff on Twitter and Instagram at HandleStream. All of the previous videos, you can find that with a bit.ly. It's bit.ly/HandleStream, capital H, capital S. We have a shop for merch and everything. It's the QueueTimes merch, but we have a bit.ly for it because Sam can't stop making bit.lys. So we have bit.ly/HandleShop. Capital H, capital S, and you can find a lot of our artwork on there that is predominantly made by our very own Tonomato. We also have, no, we can't do this every time. We also have some artwork made by Shannon. And you can find Shannon on Instagram at Shanyon Canyon. I think it's still that. I hope it's still that, which is at SHANYONCANYON. Great. Okay. I'm William, they, them, the GM for Hijinks and Handlebars.
I am Jonas, they, them, and I am playing the now 12-year-old Derry Nazari, he, him.
I'm Sam Richardson, he, him, and I play a character named Teddy Tedward Tank Thompson, also he, him.
I'm Chris Taniguchi. I play Shane Nakazawa. He, him. Look at my dice.
Look at my dice.
I would.
Dice.
They're wooden if you can't see them
They're
in the camera,
wooden.
which is really neat.
I carved them myself.
Out of the bones of my enemies. My enemies are trees.
I'm Franny. I'm playing Gertie Fox. We were both she, her. Gertie is still 13.
Hell yeah. I'm Spencer LaBelle. They, them are he, him. I'll be playing Frankie Fox. He, him.
Okay, cool. We were just on a hiatus a little bit, so I'm not gonna go too far into a recap of like sort of exactly what happened last time on Hijinks Handlebars, but
Where are we now? Like, we're in...
I'll get to that.
That's
No,
all I
I'm
care
just
about.
gonna. Well, yeah.
California.
So the show is about young people, adventurous, small town. They have a dog. It has magic. They previously encountered bullies with superpowers, and now they all have superpowers. There's a Santa X debacle stuff that's going on. It's a whole lot of mystery. There was a static that was it's these creatures that live in this in between that do some gnarly stuff. And the last thing we left off on was everybody kind of very slowly forgetting that they existed. There's a lot of memory business and time loopy stuff going on
Business
right
of
now.
memory.
All right.
You know that song?
No.
Great. Yeah, so that is the general gist of what's going on. I suppose last time on Hijinks Handlebars, the group had made their way back into the Shadow Place for the first time in a really long time, and immediately some of them accidentally evacuated the Shadow Place and could not get back in.
Spooky.
Whoops.
Way to go,
Whoopsie.
Teddy. Way
Couldn't
to
get
go.
back in.
Whoopsie.
Managed to get out, right? That's the...
Yeah. But Shay and Frankie and Gertie stayed inside of the Shadow Place, partly by choice, less so in Shay's case. But Teddy and Derry made their way to the outside world and did some stuff, just general stuffing. And inside of the Shadow Place, the rest of the group was trying to determine exactly the feeling that they were getting being there again, trying to channel the powers, and they started like creating things in the Shadow Place, like furniture and dolls, and burying them in the ground. Gertie one time buried a note for Pappy Fox. Pappy Fox then presumably responded, and then they all saw Pappy at one point and saw this sea of eyes as well. That like Pappy was the eyes, as BB the dog had said. They were all in a wave, like moving towards this static that everyone was seeing inside of the Shadow Place. And Shay and Frankie ducked out. Frankie opening, I believe, a trap door.
Sounds on brand.
Yeah. And ending up in an area, a blank area that Shay quickly filled with plants. Somehow, Gertie, on the other hand, faced down the static, and with the sea of eyes behind her, they washed forward, colliding, and this wind took everything away. But Gertie could tell that this feeling, this thing, was in fact at least slightly Pappy Fox. Gertie then started to hear a voice coming from her walkie-talkie. Teddy, and not in the Shadow Place, was also hearing things from the walkie-talkie. Was not really being able to pick up exactly what was going on. Both of them hearing what seemed like each other's voices, but not really. And then Gertie finally ending up encountering herself, but like older, old Gertie, and having a chat with her. That did not go exceptionally well for the information that young Gertie wanted to get, but old Gertie was holding back some stuff that it didn't seem like she could really be forthcoming with.
Just wait till we get to play that scene, and old
In
Gertie
reverse.
and Franny gets to troll Willie and his young Gertie.
Yeah, and so young Gertie did not get the identity of Santa X the way that she wanted to, but old Gertie had kind of, well, it said the information that there was some looping going on, and there were a lot of mistakes and like things that couldn't be remedied, and they were having trouble with, because every time they did a loop, most things stayed the same, but the core gang, like Shay and Teddy and Derry and Gertie and Frankie, would change what they did like every time. It was unpredictable, and there was, for some reason, they were not bound by the permanence of time. This idea that, like, if you relive something over and over again and you don't know you're reliving it, you should be doing the same thing over and over again. But none of them were. And that was weird and hard to keep up with. And so it was making this whole process very difficult, whatever that process was that old Gertie and Santa X were trying to do. So can y'all remind me a little bit of what you did?
I intimidated my bullies a little bit.
Intimidated the bullies. Yeah, you went to the twins and got sequins.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't get it. I think I just advised.
You advised them on it.
Teddy Tank Thompson, fashion advisor. It's
great.
I think the main thing that happened was Teddy found Izawa and called his sister Andalyn and essentially forced them into a situation where they would have to discuss the fact that Izawa didn't remember anything from the first timeline.
Derry picked up pizza, and then he went to his favorite teacher's brother to talk about the sludge.
Yes.
That was Ormond Gewalter. Talked about the sludge a little bit, kind of told Ormond about the static, and then went to go meet up with Teddy with the pizza. At the Gorge, I believe.
Yeah. And that was eventually where Shay ended up, separate from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Then the static started rolling in with a storm. Everyone was like fighting and encountering the static. Some with their like newfound powers, some that they got back, and some that are new entirely. And we ended around a point where like everyone was in this like area, seeing each other. Like the people who were in the shadow place could see. Santa X ended up in the shadow place, was in front of Frankie and Gertie, and Shay was just in the woods, like running to try and meet up with people, ran into the static. But then Teddy and Derry ended up in the shadow place, trying to avoid the static themselves, saw Santa X with Gertie and Frankie. They asked if Santa X could do anything about the situation. Santa X was like crying and like nodded, did something, and then they all ended up with, there were no storm cloud above, no static in sight, not really remembering those elements of this, but all of them in the woods together with Shay and some pizza. Andalyn, Taryn, Baba Vahid, the Crowlums, and they just camped out, had a good time, and slowly forgot the static. Frank, you drop out of event. Can you roll me a flight?
That's, yes. 7.
Okay, cool. So it is completely dark in here. There seems to be no one. It is a basic residential home. Where are you trying to get to?
The safe room with all of the valuables.
Safe room with all of the valuables. Okay, great. Well, I'll keep on that flight roll right now. You hear a door open. It is up above you, the floor above you, but the stairs are right in front of you. And if that person does come downstairs, they would like see you immediately. What do you do?
I'm gonna wrap around the kitchen.
Okay, great. Can you give me a grit? Like basically like some streetwise stuff.
That's a 5.
Love it. Okay. You duck around. You pass around the kitchen.
Bam! Right in the wall.
Mark adversity. You run into a shelf that knocks over a bunch of pots and pans.
They'll never suspect you.
You immediately hear another door open upstairs and footsteps clamoring down. What do you do?
I'm going to wrap around the far end and take this as it was a distraction. It's all part of my plan. And now that they're discovering the pots and pans, I'm going up the stairs.
Okay, great. What do you give me? Want to give me a roll on that?
I'm gonna call that a flight.
Flight. Yeah.
Flighty?
Ooh, explosion.
Ooh.
Here we go.
That's gonna be an 8 plus 7 plus 1, 16.
Okay, tell me exactly what you do.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna skid around the side. I see them poking down the window, and I'm gonna like get a blast of hot air under my feet and scale the stairs in a single jump.
Okay, in order to use your power, I need you to roll a d20.
Cool. Let's see if this works.
I was like, are you doing that? Oh, right, you have magic
That's a
powers.
17.
17, great. Okay,
Sweet.
so the way, just a reminder, the way your powers work, you have 8 like psychic tokens. You have 8 psychic tokens. When you use your powers, if you roll a d20, if you get 10 or below, you can still do the thing you want to do. But if you choose to do it, you are going to spend a psychic token. If you get an 11 or above, you just do it.
Cool.
So roll 2d4. Let's see. This will determine exactly like how much control you have of it. Like
Cool. Hopefully, it's a very precise burst
Yeah.
enough to launch me up.
I mean, this is a small thing you want to do. The DC is going to be 4.
5. Oh wait, it's exploded. That's gonna be a 5 to 6, 7.
7, great, awesome. Yeah, you do exactly what you want to do. You give yourself a poof, like you blast like right up.
Like
and
Mega Man.
Yeah, you know,
okay.
or like Pikmin.
Let's keep using you had a 15 flight?
16.
16 flight. Okay, let's keep on that because that was a really good roll. I'm not going to make you have to do anything. Also, incorporating your powers like that was sweet. So, where are you now? Where are you going? So the safe room with all the valuables, it is down the hallway. The door is like right at the end of this hallway. You know it's locked.
I'm gonna hesitate from melting through the lock and be like, all right, channel Gertie powers activate.
You're going to try to pick the
I'm
lock?
gonna try and pick the lock.
Okay, oh gosh, I don't want to let you use
He's channeling Gertie. He has to use brains.
Yeah.
What would Gertie do?
Gosh. Actually, okay, you know what? You can use grit, but because you're doing it, the DC is 18.
Cool. What also just occurred to me, in the same way this game has skilled ads, you could also have bad ads or untrained ads.
That's right, that's
Should
right.
not attempt.
So, like, you could
Should
approach
not.
this as, like, sure, this is a brain, but it's something you're not good at or untrained at, you know? So, in the same way, you get that plus 3
I would
magic.
but
accept.
grit, though, for this because it is, like, that streetwise.
That's what
like,
Gertie would use to do it.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They roll-
Unbelievable.
Oh, what did you roll?
I am your brother.
Okay, so that was an
18.
18. Okay, right on. Okay, you just barely get that lock open, and you think you may have broken it, but you don't know. You didn't break it. You didn't break it. You rolled an 18.
look at my
You got it.
trusty paperclip. I kiss it and it just crumbles to dust.
Okay, the door creaks open as you hear someone walking back up the stairs. You hear the two people talking to each other, and they're like, what you can make out is like, what the hell? Like, was it an animal? Like, what's going on?
It's an
I'm
animal.
gonna like, while they're still distracted, I'm
Think
gonna
he's
like
an animal.
shut the door behind me very slowly, very
You don't have to roll for
quietly. Cool. They're mentally preoccupied.
Does the camera see a monkey tail like slip behind the door at the last second?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
It's about to get close to the door, and then you grab it,
It's like the Indiana.
like Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yep.
I could have just stepped away. All right.
It's dark. This is not a lit room, and all that it has is a traditional like tall safe right in front of you.
Cool. I'm gonna put on my night vision goggles that Gertie bought me. Because she's very wealthy since her app took
And
off.
Osbury Toy Company does make those.
This is true.
So we got to support our friend's business.
Yeah.
I've done very well. Okay.
Okay, all right. Here, I'm not gonna make you roll to that those exist and that you have them. I'm gonna make you roll to see if you remembered to bring them with you.
All right, that sounds like a straightforward brains.
Yeah, let's do it.
7.
Yeah, you got them.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. After jostling with your night vision goggles for a moment and actually getting them to work, you are now here in this room, the
All
place where you needed to be. What do you do?
I'm gonna rummage through my pockets because I had the code to the safe once upon a time.
Yes, you did.
Cool. Do we want to roll memory for that, or
You can just do it.
I just do it? Cool. Because this isn't the first time I've broken into this safe. Of course not. And I'm gonna pop that open. And I'm gonna
It's just
reach-
gold bars.
It's literally gold bars. And I'm gonna take out another gold bar from my backpack. But this one is stamped with a bunch of like decorative faces of like novelty cartoon characters. I'm gonna call it R2D2.
Just
Yeah,
make
so-
up a name.
Yeah, the only
R2D2.
cartoon character I can think of. R2D2.
From cartoons.
In this timeline, Star Wars is animated. All of it.
Star Wars is
Whole thing.
animated in our real timeline. I
But
hope
all
you
of
know.
it is.
Yeah, all of it, yeah.
Well, there were animated Star Wars movies. And I'm going to put the gold ingot back in like the one missing slot in the pile.
You do that. You hear footsteps coming towards the door. There is another vent in this room.
All right. Time's racing. I'm gonna scurry on top of the safe so I can get a good jump.
Yeah, let's
Clear
get a
shot.
flight. Let's get a final flight here.
8.
All right, cool. Yeah, you clasp onto that vent. You prop it open. You go through just as you hear a door opening behind you, and you are gone.
Leaving only the vent swinging like a doggy door.
It is almost school year. It's been a month and a half. What have you all been doing in the interim here?
Well, Derry had a super soft birthday party on, was it July 20th? Is that
31st. You have the
31st.
same- you have the
I
same
forget what time-
birthday
I know.
as Harry Potter.
Yeah, I just don't remember what Harry Potter's birthday is.
Yeah, July 31st.
July 31st, we had a birthday party for Derry. And he's been spending a lot of time in the garage on his own writing new Mom's Drink material. That's what he's been saying, at least. Spending time in there with Gary Gewalter. Yeah, he probably has been writing those songs, but who's to say? None of you.
Teddy did make Derry a photo album of a bunch of like just photos from the last year because it's all they have together.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like the photos have all been like cut out, and then there's like drawings around them
Oh, cool.
of like other stuff. So they kind of like pop out of it. When he was handing it over, he was like, "So, I mean, I didn't have anything going back any further than." I mean,
This is
you know,
a book
so
of all our memories together, in a certain way.
yeah, I guess that's kind of true.
I'm gonna go cry in my room for a little bit.
Okay,
It's good crying.
okay. Do you want to take the book with you?
Of course.
Okay.
That's who's gonna do it.
What else have you been doing? I think you told. Do you want to mention that, or do you
Yeah,
wanna...
yeah. So I think Teddy has been spending a lot of time, maybe time that he would otherwise have been practicing mom strength with Olive. I think maybe they've just been like going for like walks in the woods
Sure.
when Olive is not working, because I know they work. What pronouns is Olive going by currently?
Like right now,
Yeah,
Are
like
you-
the
are
last,
you-
the last month.
it changes like moment to
changes, yeah.
moment. So
Okay.
like, yeah,
So
you can just use they or she or he. It really does not matter.
cool. Then Teddy has been walking with them in the woods when they're not working.
Cool. Over here.
Nice. So Shay has been spending the past month or so kind of not doing anything adventurous. He's been spending time with the grandmas at the gardening club.
Cool.
And among some of the friends who are stopping by sometimes, one of the goth kids, I forgot which.
Larry.
You invited Larry.
Larry, yeah. So Larry and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on a really important name.
Bone scythe.
No, shoot.
What do they do? What's
Harini.
Harini. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Harini. Yes,
You
yes, yes.
forgot?
I forgot Harini. But I
Wow.
knew to stare at your character sheet because you have a little heart with Harini in it.
I do too.
You can barely see her name. Doesn't look like you like
Shay
her.
hasn't been spending a lot of time with Frankie lately. Not a lot of adventures have happened in a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so sorry. Say that last bit again.
Shay hasn't been spending a lot of time with Frankie lately.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been avoiding the calls or invites to adventures.
Gertie.
Gertie has been splitting her time. She's been spending as much time as she can with Frankie, and Harini and Declan, and then she's taken up an interest in forensic science, and so she's been reading and checking out lots of books from the library about that.
Cool. Frankie.
Frankie has largely been on the mend. Fortunately, children have quick healing as a
Yes, they do.
as a perk, you know.
Especially when a dog does heal you.
Right? And even faster when you have a magic dog. So Frankie has kind of been doing home improvised jungle gym physical therapy, as well as having a moment of not going back to school because Body Be Broke was like, you know what, why do I even want to go back to that school? I already went homeschooled once. So started looking up potential alternatives and has fallen in love with what Frankie discovered on the East Coast to be Professor Eckert's boarding school for exceptional children. Which, I mean, is obviously a place I can learn to use my power. I mean, come on. Professor Eckert's School for Exceptional Children.
Yeah, it does sound. It sounds pretty much.
Does he have
exactly
a funny robot hat that hooks him up to a robot brain?
Well, not in any of the photos, but I mean, I'm just going to confidently tell you
photos,
yes.
would they, Frankie?
Hold on, wait. I am looking at the website right now, and I don't think, but the headmaster is, in fact, a white bald man in a wheelchair.
Listen,
You know this is a scam, right? Like, look at this web design. It's like terrible.
Comic Sans is the most professional font there is, and I will not hear that slander.
I think Comic Sans is a tip to the X-Men comics. I think
that is possible. I mean, it could be another clue. Also, I mean, to be fair, not everyone who gets involved in school administration is also a graphic designer, Shay.
They should have.
Well, see, let's consider, first of all, let's just not argue the point that Comic Sans is brilliant design, if I may say so. It's playful, so it's like very inviting. But that's not my so because they can't just outright say, "Hey, we're a school for superpowers." Not everyone knows that magic is real, and people, including bullies, have powers.
Okay, here on this page, this is either a typo or like. So it says Professor Eckert's School for Exceptional Children. The X is the only thing that's capitalized in exceptional.
That's not a clue. Look,
Yeah,
we've been mystery ganging for a while. If that's not a clue, then we should just.
And
quit.
how many people have we told that we have powers?
Well,
Like a lot.
A lot. But you know.
Well, how many people have we told on the internet?
We're not on the East Coast. They do things different over there.
Okay, but like, what if Okay, so we can all agree that this is clearly a hidden school for children with superpowers.
I don't know that we can all say that for
I
sure.
think every
But
one
we
of
can
us
all
can agree.
confidently agree.
I think so, Frankie. I think it is.
Gertie has like 4 votes.
As the only one of us who's known a child who has been involved in any sort of like training programs, I think it seems right.
Oh yeah, you should ask Lucy if she's been to the school.
I haven't heard. I mean, I don't have a great way to.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
Lucy lives on the
Lucy
East.
will be there.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe you'll see her. I mean,
Hey,
let her know.
Frankie. When would you have to leave?
Semester starts in about a month.
A month?
Yeah.
That's like right when we go back to school.
1 month later. So Frankie is essentially about to leave like today.
Imminently.
Imminently. And has gathered you all for one final heist. Or reverse heist.
Unfolds a giant like blueprint with another stack of blueprints, and then lays out a box of cookies, and then munches on a couple cookies. Then is like, oh wait, crap! Sweeps off the crumbs, and it's like, all right, reverse heist.
How many people do you have involved in this, Frankie?
Let's see. Definitely these 4.
Sure. If you're gonna say an NPC, just one.
Okay. So now the thing is, Shay knows this. Heist crews need to be tight, need to be professional. So we have room for one more person on this team, and I'm fine with it just being the 4 of us, but you got an excited-looking face, and I'm sure you have a couple contributions.
Oh, this is out of character. I just want Cynthia here.
I mean, the obvious choice is Andalin, right?
The obvious
We
choice
do
is
need a
Annabelle.
little bit more muscle in this party.
And
Well-
Taryn's never going to agree to be a part of this.
No.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Taryn will never agree to be part of this.
Did Taryn agree to be part of this?
Oh, I wish. Oh, I thought she
It
would
could
say
be
no.
worth calling.
No. Taryn can't be a part of this. She's. Yeah. Andy?
Listen, if nothing else, she can drive us.
Oh gosh. Oh, and in the corner, like a blanket lifts off. And Andalin steps out like, oh, you have no idea how long I was in there.
How long were you in there?
I have like 2 minutes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, right when you all walked into this room, I just like snuck in behind you.
I
and
didn't
got
see you
in.
last night, so I kind of figured that maybe you were just.
I
like-
was not here the entire time.
I know where
Wait,
she
do you mean
was
with
last
Azala?
night.
No. I don't want to talk. No, hey.
Hey, you brought it up. You brought it up.
I can definitely drive.
Cut to us driving.
We got a getaway driver.
Frankie clambers out of the house that he just reverse heisted, running toward the car.
All right, run it! Got it!
Jerry opens the side door.
You got in the safe? You got in?
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember who those people were. It was kind of like, I was on a lot of pain meds when I took that, and I was like, oh my gosh, who has gold bars in the town of Ball?
All right, Andalin does not gun it, but does start driving away a little bit fast.
Gertie checks off the one on the list. Okay, we have about 50 more places to go.
50 more.
Frankie's-
All right. I have stolen so many things over the years.
That was way too close. Way too close.
Yeah, Frankie, you said you were going to be in and out in 30 seconds.
I had to stop and get a snack. They
Did you
had-
get all of us snacks?
I did. They had like cheesy puffs.
Oh,
they had like those
Frankie.
little cream cookies.
Would you like
I sat
those?
on those.
Oh.
And this is a
I'll
block
still
of
eat 'em.
cheese.
Please.
I thought you would.
I shouldn't, but I will.
A block of cheese, you're lactose intolerant.
I shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Oh, what a ragtag group we have.
And I grabbed this unlabeled bottle of something because I figured you would live life on the edge dangerously.
Yeah, I shouldn't drink that while I'm driving.
That's
I think it's
Kombucha.
Coke.
Is it Coke or kombucha?
It was Coke.
Both.
Now it's kombucha.
Andalin throws it out the window.
Bro, you put the Mentos in it.
Okay, still no sign of officer.
Oh no, it had Mentos in it?
Well, he sort of exploded.
Still no sign of Officer Tallwell, so I think we're good.
Actually,
We just need to like keep a low profile if we can.
Gertie looks at the next name on the list. It is Deputy Bing and Officer Tallwell.
Where are we going next, Gertie?
Don't tell me we're going to jail.
Yes, we are.
Why?
Well,
are we going to
it's
jail?
Deputy Bing. It's Deputy Bing.
all right. So,
Deputy.
deputy, Deputy Bing, Deputy Bing, and Officer Salwell.
Yep, that's
Deputy Bing,
Deputy.
Deputy.
This is such a bad idea.
It's
This is a
horrible.
bad idea.
So
It's
now,
on the list. We got to do it.
The list of
Shay.
good ideas, Shay. We named it for this very reason.
Yes, we
list of
did.
Frankie's good ideas.
Return
at the top.
names.
All right, so
It is-
Andalin, you know where we're going?
Andalin Parks. Okay, there it is. It's the sheriff's station.
cool. All right.
Gertie starts like mussing, being like, "Okay, so we got the plan. You know that you're gonna do and
Do you want
A,
us
B,
to
C, and
command for
D."
this one?
Yeah. No, I think this is a full team operation. So this is actually going to be a little bit different since that's going to be classic B&E as one is conventionally trained in. So for the most part, we're just going to stop in and just have a routine visit because that would be nice.
I'm known to do that.
Yeah.
I think Gertie's also actually known to do that, so it's a good cover.
Yeah.
And like, didn't you have an internship or something lined
Yeah.
up?
With the sheriff's station?
Or like the doctor?
No.
No.
That was Declan.
That was
I'm fully
Declan.
aware that was Declan. I'm making fun of him.
Yeah. You're joking about the screw up.
Actually, I think you should go in, and this is our cover story, and you're going to apply for an internship.
I don't want to do that though.
But it's just pretend, Teddy.
Come on.
You got a walkie-talkie and everything. You
Pretend
can
no
you can whip
say
it
no to
out.
you.
You can be like, look how great I am on a walkie-talkie. You just do this.
That's a good point.
Coming in, this is tank.
I do already have that skill pretty much locked
Yeah,
down.
you do.
And if it makes you feel any better, you're not like a cop. You're more like a sheriff. It's more like wholesome and small town.
Yeah.
Does that mean I get to have one of those 6-pointed badges?
Yes.
And, like I can kick saloon doors open?
Yeah.
As your internship manager, Teddy, I will make sure you get whatever you want.
Can we draft a contract?
Derry pulls out a contract from his overalls. Says, of course we can.
Okay, I'm in.
Cool. Andy and me will stand. We'll be waiting by the car to scoop you guys out. So have fun.
Cool.
Shay,
Well, I imagine there are going to be multiple eyes in there, so I'd personally prefer if we just had full team going in.
A van pulls up to the sheriff's station.
Yeah. We all just go back.
Everyone kicks their seats back.
I'm like slowly unzipping the monkey suit because that's a dead giveaway for crime.
You see it. It's a locksmith.
Somebody got locked out.
And there's not a locksmith in town, so this is like out of town.
Yeah.
This is like a call-in. The person gets out, closes the door.
Yeah.
It's like 2
I want to
hours
peek and
for
see,
locksmith.
do I recognize this person at all?
No.
Okay, and I'm specifically seeing if they're someone in particular. So yeah.
No, you
Cool.
don't recognize the person at all.
Great.
No.
Okay, we can work with this. Let's wait like 2 minutes and then follow them in because Teddy wants to get a locksmith internship and we saw the van
Wait,
and
how
now
many
just
internships do
No.
all of them. You have many aspirations. You have such a bright future.
You're a commodity.
Or maybe we can just ask the locksmith to make an extra key for our house. As just
I'll
a meet cute.
Wait, Shay, what if you just like grew some exceptional roses in front of the station?
To court them? Am I trying to woo somebody at
Well,
the...
no, I just meant like as a distraction, like look at these wonderful roses that just popped up out of nowhere.
But also, yes, you're trying to woo the city council with a new gardening initiative.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Can I use some brains to see
Yeah,
what
go for
this person is trying to do?
Is it cool if I kind of do the same?
Yeah.
That's what I did. Like,
Is
look
it
at
cool
them.
if I can do the same too?
Let's all just roll brains. Why not?
I'm not rolling brains.
I refuse to brain.
brain.
I rolled a 5, William.
You rolled a 5?
8.
7.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not. None of you are gonna get adversity tokens for this, but you are like, you're not gonna get any information without going inside. Like you can't really tell what's going on. Well, actually, you're not remembering one very important thing that I can tell you later. So you can all mark adversity. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Okay.
go for it.
I'm gonna use unassuming to. Is it possible to sneak up on, like, to tail somebody using unassuming?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Cool. 2 adversity tokens.
Yep.
Great.
Wait, Shay!
And Shay's gone.
Shay wasn't there.
Derry, you're good at like doing the like Shay was doing, right?
Like what was?
Like when you're like,
Wait,
Wait, Derry.
Derry's gone.
I
Are you spending 2
Yes.
adversity?
wait, no, Shay or Derry.
I feel like our team is falling apart.
Okay, well we're already losing members. I just need a distraction. I was gonna ask one of them to sneak me around the back. But all right, you four just I can't count. Go in. I'm just buy me some time. Keep Bing and Sandra occupied.
Gertie takes Teddy's arm and we walk up the stairs, open up the door. Bing!
Bing and Sandra are not like at the front desk. You can see them. You can see them in the back with the smithy. They are at the jail cell. There's like a bus on some power tools over there. And they both look just completely exhausted. And inside of the cell is Mark.
Wait,
All right,
still
we
or
left
again?
Mark here.
Uh,
Has he been in here this whole
you
time?
hear You as you come in, you yell Bing. There's already like yelling going on, so you can't like really tell what's going on. And you just hear Sandra go like, "Are you sure? Are you sure, Mark, that we could cut the bars? I'm sorry we lost the keys. I'm sorry." And Mark is going like, "Oh no, like this is pretty sweet. I mean, like it's not as cool as the Rose's digs, but like, I mean, at least now I don't have like the Rose parents like getting on my case about stuff. Also, it was cool that you gave me back my phone. We didn't give you. Hold on, you're not supposed to have your phone. The last time you hacked into our Wi-Fi, well, I mean, like, how else am I supposed to do my business? Like,
Deputy Bing!
Has he been selling drugs from in the gym?
We can't have people coming by here anymore. It's like there's only so long I can turn away, Mark.
Also, it's a really neat secret handshakes you guys have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, like, hello. Oh, we're busy. Like, is it an emergency?
I'm here for an internship.
Yeah. Mark has something for me, too. I'm just kidding.
She's not.
I'd have to say you were under arrest, but you're a child. So I'll call your parents.
How do I be a better... Hey, Officer Tola, how do I be a better cop than that?
Sandra was, like, really not looking at you, and then turns completely stone-faced. You want to be an intern at the sheriff's department? Tank?
Yeah. I'm, like, looking at Gertie.
Yes, he
Yes,
does. She
yes.
she pulls Teddy in. Just
Yeah.
and this is your number one guy. He's
excited.
attention to detail is immaculate, and he's always on time, punctual. Look at this cute face. What's up?
Charm.
Oh,
This is
Can
a
at
dice
this time,
game.
William, the contract float into the room from?
I think you gave it to
Six.
Teddy.
Sure,
Or left
okay.
it.
Or it can float into
Yeah,
the room.
I want to float into the room like
Okay,
at
okay.
this pivotal moment. I don't know if that would mechanically help Gertie at all, but like I want it to have what she is saying on it.
Oh, a contract for the internship.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
what we
yeah.
had written up.
The doors blow open and wings.
I would say you could. So what'd you roll?
A 6.
A 6. Okay, Deputy Bing's on your side. You need 2 more to get Sandra, and
Can those come from me?
they can come from you in the form of the contract,
Perfect.
using your adversity tokens to help Gertie.
Done.
Great.
And as you can see, we already wrote up a contract for young Mr. Thompson, and
On the like, desk or whatever in front of her.
it's right here. You can sign on the dotted line.
Yes, there you go. He does that.
Shay, what are you doing right now?
I don't know the context of the situation yet. I am hanging behind this person still to see what they do from
So
a safe distance.
Well, the smithy went all the way up to the bars. So, like, at some point you would have to split off.
Cool.
Or you can just be there. Like,
Behind them.
Just behind the front.
and nobody noticed you.
Do I still not recognize this person after like
The
There's no
Smithy? They're not from in town. They're not from
Okay.
this town. Like, yeah.
Cool.
This is going to sound like some mysterious thing I'm setting up.
No.
Please do not follow this.
Oh, okay.
This is no one.
I was
Just
gonna
the Smithy.
become best friends with
This
this
is just some
Smithy, but-
random Smithy that's going to leave.
But
Yeah.
not before we build a strong personal connection with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Smithy, what's your deal? No, I'm sorry.
My name is John Locke.
Oh, geez.
Oh boy. And this is my
Um,
tabular.
You know,
Anyway.
I think my main reason I wanted to sneak off was to kind of keep a distance from the group. So I'm gonna kind of like be there, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Frankie, what are you doing?
After the van is cleared out, I'm gonna circle the building, but I'm also gonna be like, Shay, Derry, Shay, what, Derry?
No, neither of you can hear this.
Okay.
Yeah, circle the building means outside, so yeah.
Cool. I was hoping I would just stumble in there. So I'm gonna kind of hook around the left, which I guess would be the opposite side of the bars, is kind of what I'm imagining, and I'm peering into the window just to like assess the situation and get a gander at how. What's the current arrangement? You know, what are the guards' line of sight? You know, what are their rotations and movement patterns that they follow systematically every 8 seconds?
Well, it's just Sandra and Bing, and they're facing away from you currently, talking to Gertie and Teddy with this contract in hand.
Oh. Sorry, I realized there's an easy way I could have used my unassuming. Is there a chance I could have pickpocketed the smithy for a key for like a back door?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, I stole a key.
Great.
For a back door.
Let's get like a roll on that.
Yeah. What would that be? Like a brain?
Flight of hand?
Flight of hand.
Flight of hand. I would actually take flight, but you can also do.
Grit.
I would do
it's
flight
pretty
or grit.
classical.
Okay, I'll do flight.
Okay.
6.
Wait, was that how
You rolled a 6?
I rolled a 5. I got a 6.
Cool. Well, yeah, because you're unassuming, like that'll be it. Yeah, you grab a key.
Cool. And
Like you grab like a ring of keys.
I'm out.
All right, cool.
Can I see you leave?
Yeah. I think I left like through a door, and then Frankie might have seen like me exit from where
Sure.
he is. Oh, yeah. I got the thing.
That's actually perfect. Here, trade me. I'm gonna pull out a ring of keys.
Cool.
Can you sneak back in?
And then I run off.
Wait, just
And
leave
then-
it on the desk.
And then I'm running.
Okay, back inside.
Yeah.
You're all
Yeah, I'm just so excited to.
and Sam.
And Teddy's taking Improv 201. So, those are his list of skills.
I'm so good at coming up with.
Quick thinking to, anything you need, Teddy's.
Deputy Bing's like super into this. Like just oh yeah, I mean like I took improv when I was in like
So you
college
know.
and everything. Yeah,
You get it.
I know the yes and I know the like if that then this. Like I did it for 7 years. I did it for 7 years.
That's great.
Hey, Deputy Bing, why are you a cop?
Well, you gotta in the field. You gotta be able to improvise. I mean, I was undercover for 2 years.
What?
Yeah. In Mohawk.
You were undercover in Mohawk?
What? Ah!
Bing, don't yell. I've been here the whole time.
Well, I didn't see you, so you scared me.
Well, that's not my fault, and now you've scared me, a child.
I'm so sorry. Sandra goes over to Teddy and leans down. Okay, yeah. I think having you as an intern would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that would actually be
so interesting.
Teddy actually can't start for a little while because, but he
The band. Improv.
I'm so
but definitely on board to start within the next couple years.
We just want to start the conversation.
Yeah.
and the contract. Terry, this is 5 years.
Well,
This is a 5-year contract.
you're a valuable asset.
Shay?
I don't want you.
Hey,
hey. Okay, great.
sorry.
Oh wait, hold on. You say hey.
Hey, Shay.
Well, where
it's-
did you come from? Well,
It's
there's
so
kids
crazy
coming
to
out
see
of
you.
everywhere.
What are you What are you
We came
doing
in
here?
through the door.
I'm hanging out with them because I like them. They're my friends.
Well, there's,
is our
I
friend
didn't-
Shay.
I didn't see you walk in.
Will you stop yelling at me and my friends?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
don't
sorry.
Aren't you supposed
Guys.
to be observant in improv?
And also
and
be a cop?
Somebody dropped their key fob, so I just wanted to.
Well,
get
it's
it
not a
back
key
to
fob.
them.
It's a ring of keys.
Oh, they're the same. A key fob is like a ring
That
of
was
keys, right?
deliberately out of character.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it wrong, but like,
Oh, yeah.
anybody could have made that mistake, right? It's pretty much the same thing, right?
No, isn't a key fob?
A key fob's an
electric
electronic
piece?
thing.
Oh,
Beep beep.
I did an
We
oopsie.
can only
No, that's
offer you
okay.
a
I didn't
crack.
know-
Hey, don't worry. We can edit it out.
Yeah.
Refer to like, the collective ring of keys
Yeah,
with
I
like
gotta-
the fob on it as the fob.
Somebody dropped their ring of keys in the. Is it who's this?
Sandra just
An
snatches it out
officer
of
of
your
the
hand.
law dropped a ring of keys?
No, they didn't.
Nobody dropped a ring.
Maybe
Hey.
Teddy shouldn't work here.
Hey, stop doing the smithy stuff.
What is it, Sandra?
Sandra walks over to the jail cell, puts the key in, and unlocks the door.
What's that one old big spooky key?
Where
on
did you
there?
get this? Where did you get these? What's the big old spooky key? It's to the back shed.
What's in the shed, officer?
All the skeletons.
There are no skeletons. Okay, everybody
Oh,
out.
yeah?
Everybody out. What? Except for you. Where did you get this?
They were on the ground?
Roll
Is
charm.
there anybody around me? These were supposed to be fake, right?
Well, you all keep walking away before Frankie can tell you what's going on.
14.
14.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And you did a D20 because it's an adult.
Yeah, they were
lucky.
just on the ground.
Oh, okay. Where exactly?
What a
We
coincidence!
searched it. Okay, get out. Get out.
But
Yeah, I think we should all go. Come on, Shay.
Wait, this wasn't a big ploy. This wasn't a thing.
Internships are not a ploy.
This was a serious inquiry.
I'm not
Alright,
necessarily saying I really want to be a cop, but like now I feel kind of bad that you're just throwing me
No,
out. Like now that I expressed
You know,
it,
we'll
think
take
your
our
thing.
business
Gertie
elsewhere. Come on,
just
Teddy.
told me you couldn't start yet. So
Yeah,
I'm telling
but
you to
I'm
leave
really
and come back
interested.
when the contract says.
When does the contract say, Derry?
Okay, so let's say that we've talked about this, Gertie. Maybe it says it starts like after graduation
Yeah.
from. All right, what grade are we in? Like, it starts when you graduate 9th grade.
Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
He will. Teddy
Out,
always keeps his word.
out,
That's
out,
one
out,
of his
out.
great
And Mark
qualities.
just like walks by and smells atrocious. And right,
Just
cool.
this big brown bag full of weed.
Okay, cool. Can I have the stuff you confiscated from me? Your car? Like you didn't have anything on you. Yeah. Where is my car? Oh, we impounded it. I guess.
You impounded my client's car,
Your
and I wasn't
client?
informed.
Your client's car?
Sure.
Oh, you did a big uh-oh.
We can get it for you. It's impounded. We didn't destroy it.
When
Out, everybody out, like Sandra said.
Alright.
Get out of here. Out.
Come on, Shay. And make sure that Shay leaves too. If Shay is cool with that, I don't want Sandra to keep Shay.
Get
unless
out.
Shay wants
I don't
to
want
stay.
to be in jail
Yeah.
for a long time. Let's go.
Okay, well, that went well.
You all get back in the car.
You think
Okay.
Frankie returned when he needed to? Just kidding.
That's an excellent question.
Check that one off the list, okay?
Well, it's
Wait, what were we
interesting
returning?
because
That's
Then bring your keys.
I'm
The
sorry.
keys were yours, Frankie.
Guys, I stole an extra set of keys, so it's like one went in and one went out kind of situation.
Who would you steal them from?
The locksmith.
Well, give them
person-
back, Shay.
we're already in the parking lot. I thought we were doing the switcheroo. I'm sorry, it's been a while.
no, yeah, those are definitely the keys to Mark's sale.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next on the list?
Hang on, can you roll that window down real quick?
Annalyn rolls the window down.
Tink. All right, we're good here.
Annalyn drives off.
This parking lot is full of keys.
Well, he brings the keys. Annalyn starts driving. Okay. All right. Next on the list, like, what do we got here?
Can I just say something? I feel like Andy could have pulled a little more of her own weight on that one.
Yeah,
I just want to
Andy-
open that conversation.
Andy, I feel like your role as a getaway driver, you got to be ready to go like any moment.
We were sitting solid for we were sitting still for a solid like 2-3
You got
seconds.
to keep the
Yeah.
engine running almost.
If I have to say drive, we've already lost.
Like you should maybe
You
roll
have
up
to-
and
you
we
have
can
to say
all jump
drive.
in.
No, you should. You should
No, that's
know.
why. Wait.
You should. You
have to
should
say-
be able to tell. You need to
In
anticipate
all
our
of the
needs.
movies,
They
people say
point.
drive.
This is
They
not
go,
a movie,
drive.
Andy. This is real life, and it matters.
Mm.
Our lives.
Well, what if
Are
Andy
in
gets
your
like one
hands.
of those really fancy pocket watches that she can like check, and it's like a very intense check, you
Frankie,
know?
that's what we tried. That's why I thought you said you were gonna be out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's not gonna really be on time.
Well, you know what? Time's a construct,
Usually.
anyways.
So
Well,
no
I
stopwatch.
just want to make sure that we do better next time because it's very important
Absolutely.
that everything get returned without a trace, and we've left some traces. So I just want to push us in a good direction.
You can name names. We don't have to be a collective weave.
Okay, I feel like Andy could have pulled her weight a
Yeah.
little more on that last one.
Okay, wait.
I love
That's
you, Andy.
all. I feel like we need to come together as a team. Like that's what they always have to do in the heist movies to pull off the heist. Is like
We should
really
come up
get
with
on
a
the
name
same
for
page.
our team.
Guys,
I think one of us needs to die so we can all reunite over their death with a newfound purpose.
Oh, Principal Pal's house. I'm about to pass that. Is that on your list?
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Well, that was a subtle stop.
Is everybody wearing their seatbelts?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
But the road wasn't, and now everyone within a mile radius knows that we're here. Okay, we'll come back to... I guess we'll come back to this one.
Okay, I think we should come back to this one.
Yeah, keep driving.
It's not
Way to
safe
go,
now.
Andy.
Cool. I think we should wrap this one up what time is it? You know what? I just had an image in my head that I would because it's the monkey suit, the spear monkey suit, Shay was there for that. The monkey heist in this timeline I think happened almost exactly the same.
Just
Cool.
way earlier.
We were we got a head start. See, I don't know, I was kind of imagining it'd be an ironic sort of surprise, Principal Powell would walk into their office and it's me sitting there in the chair, and it's well, I've been waiting.
I shouldn't be here. I screwed up the last one. I think I'm just I'm rusty. I'm just gonna
Shay, you were the linchpin of that whole previous.
You actually did your job the best of any of us, I would say.
Yeah,
And
you
most of us
stole
did a really
keys
good
that we
job.
didn't need.
Yeah.
And who's gonna be
You
here
were
to
the
steal stuff we
ultimate
don't need?
distraction.
I'm very proud of that. Honestly, I was a little concerned, since this was a hands-off sort of operation for me, but I'm ridiculously proud of you.
I mean, yeah, if we hadn't been able to drop those keys outside, then the whole story about you finding keys outside wouldn't hold up. But it did. It was solid.
Also, I haven't seen you in a while, Shay. It's good to see you again.
Yeah,
I'm glad
spend
that we're all
time with
hanging
you.
out again.
I mean, don't you want to spend time with us?
Yeah.
Don't you like doing crime with us, Jay?
Don't you like us?
Yeah.
Don't you like crime? Don't you just want to go wild and, return stuff?
I mean, this could be our last summer. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
It really could be.
But no, it's not.
We're all horrible.
All right. What's next on the list?
I think that would be a good time for a montage of returning things. So,
All right. Well, I have two really big stops. Well, one is the monkey suit with Principal Pal, which we can circle around the block to get to that. Maybe it'll feel better then. Let me sit on
Does
that.
feel like a closer though.
As well as I do have a stop with Taryn, which could also be an equally valid closer. The other 46 names, if we just want to call those out really fast, montage style. As soon as we come up with them, just if anyone has any ideas. I mean, I have a massive bag of things I have stolen, and honestly, I steal things without paying attention. There could be
Here's the
anything
picture of what? We should bring that back.
How did I even get that out?
yeah, especially since that person is no longer involved.
well, we have to return it this time to.
Wait, actually, Derry, this was a gift for you.
For me?
Yeah, you were just really captivated by it, and you could just
Where did you find it?
I made it myself.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Well, let's go reverse steal it into. I'm gonna reverse steal it into my garage. I'll run and do that. Y'all circle the block. Maybe you should stop by. What's the music shop owner person's name?
Savada.
Stop by Savada's and return the trombone.
Oh,
that is
all of
bad.
them.
Not a spacing.
And I'll run over and meet you there in a minute.
Right. Teddy.
Oh, we need to also return. We need to go by the clinic and return the desk plaque.
And
Oh,
That was the one thing that was stolen that I wasn't gonna give back.
Oh, really?
from
Yeah,
Dr.
Okay, you
Franklin.
stole it. I
Somebody.
did steal it for you. You
I
can
can't
keep that.
unsteal that, which I
Okay,
did not
that's
steal.
fair, yeah. That's
I mean,
fair.
you can return it too.
No.
I thought about it. I thought it was valid.
Absolutely not.
But I cherish your criminal streak. So
Thanks.
now you and Shay, I can trust to steal things for me without prompt. Well, I did prompt you, but you know what? I
No,
trust you all
that
the same.
one was unprompted. I thought that one all by myself because I wanted you to make you feel better. All right.
wait, Frankie, what did you? Okay, wait. There's a couple names
I
on
didn't
this
steal anything
list.
from your house.
Well, I know. I'm surprised actually because my dad's have a big box full of swords, and I kind of thought that you would target that.
Yeah.
But
A
it just doesn't-
montage of a house nearby yours. We see Frankie upside down depositing swords back into a chest. And then going around the block in order to come out from behind a different house and be like, took care of that one.
All of those umbrellas.
I do see.
We see Frankie drop almost all of Declan's Z20s back into his box as he descends the treehouse for a final time.
Every third shot is returning something else to Declan's treehouse. It's like, here's the dog's coffee maker. Then it's like, okay, cool, a novelty mug in somebody's house.
Because there were because Sigourney knew there were going to be so many stops at Declan, she just kind of hangs out at Declan's for a while. Have hot cocoa.
Oh yeah, a distraction. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Frankie, what did you steal from the Baldwin household?
Actually, so I have this bag of live ferrets that I'm really appreciative none of you questioned.
Never
why that bag
questioned.
was moving.
Yeah,
I was wondering what that smell was, but I
yeah,
just figured it was you.
right. If you wash the monkey suit, you lose the juju.
Baldwin, you wake up to the sound of your parents screaming. You sit up in your bed and you look around and there are ferrets all over your floor.
What is happening?
Cynthia, you open the door to your room.
I'm holding my my Nerf blaster with the pins attached to the Nerf darts.
What a monster.
And all of your armament is gone.
Fox. That's Daria's voice. She says, Fox. And she pulls out her phone and dials a number.
Okay, so now, I know we said we were returning everything we were stealing, but with me out of town,
Frankie.
we can't trust Cynthia. It was like a mutually assured destruction sort of scenario. So in a power vacuum, I'm just genuinely scared for the well-being of the town.
Fine by me. Hey.
This is a real gun.
Gritty takes it and tosses
It's not a real
it
gun.
in
It's not a real gun. It's not a real gun. Cynthia didn't have a real gun.
Spencer, does Frankie have a phone?
Yes.
Your phone rings.
This is just me. I have it on
You
sound.
have to answer it.
What's a cool thing to say when answering a phone?
You just said that.
You've dialed M for murder. What's
You've
up?
dialed M for murder. What's up?
Franklin, why are there ferrets in my home?
Hello?
Franklin, I know you're leaving town soon. Did you leave me with all of these
Hello?
ferrets?
I can't hear you.
I don't know what to do with this many ferrets.
Is this a prank call?
One ferret would be manageable, but this is like, there's like 200
All I'm hearing
ferrets.
is static.
Franklin,
Wait, I heard a little something. Keep talking.
I just want you to know
I-
you were my most valuable adversary.
I heard like the syllable the.
And I'm really sad that you're going to be leaving town soon.
I'm not getting anything. You're just gonna have to try
The call drops, and from the shadows behind Baldwin, just most of Cynthia Pell's face is illuminated, and she looks down at her tracking device and says, "That was long enough." Thank you, Mr. Baldwin.
Hey, Frankie, this just says codes. What is that?
I wish I remember. If we decipher the codes, maybe I will.
Where did you steal it from, though?
Government?
I'm on it. And Gritty takes the codes. And...
Maybe the mayor's office?
Oh, jeez, what's the mayor doing with this?
I don't know. Maybe I got that from Baldwin's house, stole it from his dad?
Let's not ever go to Baldwin's.
There's a creaking door that you push through, Frankie, and you close it behind you. Inside of this room, there are a lot of model trains. You just took a piece of foliage from one of the sets. You thought that Baba Vahid would not notice, but Vahid notices everything involving his model trains. This was a recent thing. You weren't trying to be any sort of anything. Nobody's in this room. You very easily drop it off. And you see, as you reconnect this, the world in front of you glitch. And you are feeling like a sudden shudder of like previous loops. And then you come back and there is no glitch. And you tilt up
Oh, I got
from
goosebumps.
you tilt up from this tiny foliage on this model train set and you see almost lit by a window from the side. Up on top of a shelf, 3 masks piled on top of each other.
Oh, those are definitely cursed.
They look familiar to you.
I can get away with one. Perception check. I'd like some more details on these masks. Is that a 1?
That's a 1.
The one.
So I am deeply enraptured by these to the point where I'm like, this is my picture of what? And I'm just like,
A door opens and hits you.
I've been there for like, very long.
It knocks you over, and you hear, "Oh, what's
My
up?
bones.
The door opens all the way. Franklin, what are you doing in my room?
Oh, I was just returning the foliage that you'd stolen. I know you never miss anything, so I think you're
That
already
I
aware.
stole.
Yeah!
You're not going to reverse psychology me into thinking that I stole my own foliage.
Counterpoint, or am I?
No, please get out of my room at least. You can stay.
Okay, but hang on. Those masks are definitely cursed.
What
Did you
masks?
But like,
And
from your days when you were a
he
pirate, I
starts
assume.
pushing you out of the room
Wait.
and closes the door. There's not. I don't know. I don't.
Captain
Why-
Mahid.
I
Were you actually a pirate, or did I make that up?
leave. I'm sorry.
Cool. Back in the car.
That was way longer
Yeah,
than
that took
2 minutes.
way long.
I beat
Frankie.
an
What's
entire
going on?
world of Super Mario Brothers.
I'm
There's
also-
like
This pocket watch doesn't work. Where did you get this?
dumpster.
Well,
Goth dumpster specifically.
That makes sense.
Wait,
You know what? We
wait,
should
was it
probably
the-
give that
Okay.
back to Larry.
I was gonna
Technically,
say, if
the
you got it from
is
the
Goth
dumpster behind the
propriety.
school, that was not trash.
Frankie,
That was a
these little
storage
missions are taking
situation.
longer than expected. You aren't stealing other things while you're putting the things that you already stole back, are you?
I'm very tempted most of the time. So honestly, that's a lot of the dead time is just like, oh wow,
Well, what was tempting this time in Baba Vahid's room?
3 masks of ancient evil.
William,
What?
what do I know about that?
You don't know anything about 3 Masks of Ancient Evil.
I mean, masks in Baba Vahid's room.
Give me a brains. Let's see if you've actually ever like glanced at these before.
Cool.
It was
is a
carved of
15.
stone.
15. Yeah, I think you've never paid much mind to these, but like right now, hearing Frankie talk about it, it is like sort of occurring to you. You also recognize these masks.
Yeah.
And
What kind of masks? What do you mean? Like,
it's like it's like a person's face. It's like
okay, it's like a
mask.
full face mask. Cool.
Uh,
Like a head mask.
and yeah,
Okay.
it's like a head.
It would go
like-
over your whole head.
Over your whole head. Yeah,
Cool.
kind of. I mean, but it's like to the
Yeah.
face. You are thinking of this. You are all inside of Andelin's car at the moment, or the
Mhm.
Thompson's car, and in front of you, you see a white pickup truck stopped at a stop sign, just away from you, and all of you see it glitch in and out in front of you.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps.
Do we know what to make of that with our memories? Why
You know this. You know of Santa X. You're still, that's still like with you. The
Is it-
static is the stuff that has not stayed.
Is that
It takes a right. It starts driving off into the distance,
should we
and immediately you see it doesn't have a license plate. It is the truck.
Guys, follow it. We gotta follow it.
There's no point.
Andalin
We got
guns
it.
it.
Exactly. We got it. Andy.
This isn't gonna lead us anywhere. Go ahead.
As the car's like, Gertie's just like put her.
All right, everybody grab a modified Nerf weapon. They do have lethal capacity.
We're not
so do
gonna
be careful.
kill him.
We need to finish
Cynthia's
your list,
house.
Frankie.
Do I know the faces on the masks at all, William?
As you are driving towards this, you are starting to make out faces. You remember.
Mhm.
You remember seeing Baba Vahid working on these masks.
Okay.
You remember it from before this timeline.
Cool.
You remember multiple versions of this mask throughout the years, and you were never seeing it all at once put together. But you start taking these separate timelines of like different places that Baba Vahid started, and you always catch it, and you're catching different pieces of it. As this car is driving towards this truck, it's leading you out to the woods. You are driving further and further into the woods, a destination in the woods that you all have not actually been to. It's a little too far out for foot, and also not a place that your parents have ever taken you or where you've gone camping or anything.
Is it over the bridge?
It's over the bridge. It's past the gorge, past the river, everything. It's just going further and further away. And this white truck suddenly picks up speed.
They notice this?
Andolin puts her foot down on the gas even further. You're going faster in this car than I think any of you have ever been in a car.
All right,
Everybody, seatbelts! Everybody, please!
Jeez, I'm gonna be sick.
Please go.
I won't.
All right, who's a good shot? I've got a modified tactical Nerf rifle with a bayonet, which doesn't seem like it does much, considering it's also a Nerf bayonet.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not a good shot.
You know what? I feel like it's your day. Take the shot.
Take the shot?
Don't
Or
do it,
like
Teddy.
wait until Andy calls it. Andy, line us up so like Teddy can shoot out the window.
The truck pulls off onto a gravel road that shoots into the woods. It is no longer on the actual like streets.
We don't need to keep doing this.
Andolin pulls the e-brake and drifts onto the road.
I'm gonna open the window, and I saw this in Spider-Man once. So what do you roll for a power thing?
You roll a d20.
We'll see what happens. It's a 14. I'm gonna try to assist the turn.
Roll 2d4.
Are you doing like the vine thing to like?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. See, you're grabbing a tree by and like helping
with a vine or something.
Excuse me.
4.
4. Okay, yeah. So you get it, and you like help for a moment, and then the vine snaps. But like you set the car on course, and it is like now just barely trailing this. You're in fact so close to the truck now that you can see the back of the head, the hood pulled over. It's the windbreaker that you've known it to be.
See, that's so useful.
It glitches in and out for a moment. Only the truck still remains.
Should I aim for the tire?
What if Santa X was the truck the whole time?
Hurry, shoot! We don't have too many shots.
It doesn't matter. Just shoot something if you're gonna.
I'm gonna aim for the tire.
All right.
What is this roll?
It would probably be fight.
Oh, Teddy's best skill.
We're all fighters.
I believe in you. What if you explode?
4.
It did.
Yeah!
6.
6.
We're
Okay.
teens.
Wait.
We're not teens.
I also have adversity tokens.
Right.
What's the DC?
Let's sliding scale this. So you can match, which is going to stick it in the tire, but it's not going to immediately pop it or anything. It's just going to start like losing air. If you want to like destroy that tire, you need a 14.
A 14. I have a 6.
Can I chip in a few adversity tokens in the act of giving the modified Nerf tactical sniper rifle?
Oh,
Sure.
Definitely.
It's got to be worth at least like 3 adversity
Are you
tokens.
loyal?
I'm not.
Damn it, I am. I
I'm
should let
loyal to
someone else take
myself.
the shot.
You tried.
Okay, so I have enough to get myself to 13.
I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay.
Wait, you can get to 13 yourself?
Yeah.
I'm
If
gonna
you
give
need
you
to
take all of
couple,
his
though.
tokens.
Okay. Yeah, that would be everything.
I'm gonna give you 2.
Okay. So that
How many
brings
of
me
these-
up to an 8. Right? From 6 to an 8. So I'm going to use 6
To get to 14.
to get to 14.
like just completely just decimate this tire with this shot. You poke out of the window. Time we go into like that matrix, like time slows and it's like it's in the movie like Wanted. We just follow the bullet. The camera wraps around the bullet as it's going towards this tire.
A bunch of doves fly behind it.
Nerf dart, and then boom, the back tire explodes, and the truck starts fishtailing.
The whole
on
car
this,
flips
on
head
this
over
gravel
heels.
road. On this gravel road, veering from one side and veering to the other. Andolin slams on the brakes to not run right into the back of it, and it veers into the woods like completely off of even this dirt road. stalling like right off on the side. You see and like hear the door like immediately open up, and this person starts running.
All right, time to finish what we started. Grab a Nerf knife.
No.
There's knives?
We have to like
Their phone.
What's our end goal? What are
Kill
we trying
Santa.
to do?
No.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
We're not gonna
I would
catch
say try not
them.
to hurt them because hurting people makes you feel bad, but it's whatever we do, it's not going
Let's
to get
just
us anywhere.
finish the things on your list, Frankie.
Everyone, have we ever searched the car?
Let's steal the car.
Yeah, I think that's.
Andolin slams on the brakes, gets out, and like starts gesturing towards
I'm
the
out
car.
the door. I'm like hustling towards it.
Is it conceivable, William, that we could have either individually or as a group had run-ins with this van in the time that we've skipped?
Or the truck?
The truck.
The truck?
The
Yeah,
truck.
yeah. I mean, like, you could have seen it around every once in a while, but I don't think any of you have gotten this close to it.
Okay, cool. Okay, we can search it.
Derry,
We can search it quick.
if Derry and Gertie, if anyone was going to notice anything, it would be the two of you.
I agree, and we would have noticed it by now, but we can search the van, the truck.
Search the truck.
We can search the truck. I'm going to search the truck.
Search truck, roll. It's a brains.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just going to use my regular... Cool. That is a 17. I don't think there's any reason to call this protective.
You find a key up in the drop-down thing.
The sun.
Yeah, it is not a car key. It
Cool.
looks like the key to like a place. In fact, it has a little tag on it.
Is it just me and Gertie in the truck, right? Or in the
I'm
truck
running
now?
around
Teddy
too.
is there,
Okay.
but is like letting you two take the.
Well,
What was your brains roll?
17.
17. Yeah, there. It's a cabin.
Cool.
It's a cabin key.
I would like to not make it known that I have found that,
Okay.
if that's okay. For now, like I don't want to like but I want to just like take that, pocket it, and like keep looking around other places.
Okay. I'm gonna need like a grid or something then,
Cool.
because if you're all like searching
Yeah.
a vehicle, I feel like there's like 6 of us. So
Well, okay, so
grid or flight to pocket.
grid
it?
or flight, or can I use unassuming to make the key? Okay, I'll just use
That
grid.
sounds.
Okay. That is a 7 for grit.
Okay. 7 for grit. This is sort of opposed, but like, I don't know. Does anybody want to roll to see if they can see this?
I don't want
I
to roll,
do.
but
Cool.
I want to be like,
And I will
intuition,
say,
and I
like,
want to check
if-
the room
yeah,
after this has happened.
It's not inconceivable that Derry would be hiding it less from Gertie.
Okay.
I'm a bit
Brains?
worried about this. Oh, one thing I didn't ask is, how much do I remember about Santa X? Did I forget a lot about?
No, you
remember
remember
everything
Xanax.
except for the
Okay.
stuff about
Yeah,
the
you just
static.
don't remember the static exactly. So all the
Okay.
stopping of time and like resetting and stuff, you remember that, but you think it's like you would attribute everything that has happened to Xantax.
Yeah, because I'm a bit worried. What are we rolling to catch?
If you want to see,
If
if
you
the
want
key
to, if you
is-
feel like you're
Wow.
attention, want to see it.
that's like
Wow.
the best. Like, was that
I
brains?
didn't catch
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
That might be the best brains roll
Perfect.
you've ever
Yeah.
done.
Then I think with that, if Derry and Gertie could just like share a look, like we will talk about this.
Yeah.
I'll do an Andolin roll. I'll do an Andolin roll.
Ah.
I mean, you can for this one. You can decide whether or not it works.
Guys, I know I did like a cool
I
Spider-Man
beat you.
thing
Do you
to
want it to
like,
work?
and I got so caught up in it.
Is
That
Andy
was
going to be cool? Is Andy going to tell
Thank
anybody
you.
else about
that
it?
is so rad.
But like,
Yes.
what are we?
No,
Okay.
I really don't.
Is this a good idea? Should we be finding out more about Santa X? Like,
I think it's objectively a
We
terrible
know
idea.
everything
Check the
we
mirrors
can.
with the things. There's
I
nothing.
looked there. Listen, I looked here. I've been looking here. We've done what we can. If Santa X wanted us to know anything, we would know it. He has control. This is fruitless, and we have things to do, and only so much time
no
to
one
do
controls
it.
me.
We haven't even gotten halfway through your list, Frankie.
Right?
True.
I've just been shouting montage for the last 23 houses, and it's not going any faster.
Should
Montage.
Do we need to call like?
Andolin
The
runs
police?
off into the woods.
You forgot your nerve.
Andy!
I'm not gonna let that happen without running after her.
Yeah, I'll run too.
yeah, following.
Is someone gonna stay with the
I just kind of want to bask inside the cat. Like, it's kind of old. Little musty.
So I guess we ran
rolled a
off and
one.
left you two.
Or
I guess
2
so.
total.
Yeah,
Are you running after?
Yeah, I was running after specifically Teddy.
are you-
but-
I'm with them.
Okay, and you're staying?
We're staying in the truck.
It feels like your dad's used car that he's had since college, you know, and like the felt of the car seats just is like a little crusty from age, you know.
You are pressing your hand against the car seats and smoothing across, and you get another one of those like shots of feeling like every single timeline that you've been in, and this time, Gertie, you feel it as well.
Does that feel like, you know, not vuja day, but like regular deja vu? Like we have done this before?
I don't think so.
You can tell right now you have never done this before.
I mean, logically, but like...
No, I mean, you can tell you have never done this before.
Oh, like the opposite. Like, you know, perhaps this is like a turning of the wheel of time and, you know, but this time something's different and maybe we broke the universe and maybe I spilled grape juice in this car once.
What are the rolls over here?
I rolled a 1.
Roll the 1.
I rolled a 17 plus 1.
Okay.
You catch up to Andolin immediately.
I would like to just like lose him entirely and go back to the truck because I don't think I can catch up at all.
Where are we going, Andy?
I'm not. I'm following this person.
Okay, well, we're gonna follow them together, I guess, but...
Shay went 2. What did you roll?
I rolled a 4, so I think I'm
Yeah, you
not.
You can.
I'm
both,
not a 17.
You can both mark adversity.
Okay. And yeah, I just give up.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab Andolin's hand and I want to use super speed.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. So 14.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
2d4.
Okay. 2 plus 3.
So 5. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah. You kick off, like you grab Andolin. Andolin like pretty much just gets on your back,
Yeah.
and you just blast forward. The leaves like blow off of the ground behind you. Dirt kicks up, and you come over a hill, and you see this person getting into a cabin. You catch them like running into this cabin, and you see a couple other people in the windows.
Andy, I don't know if we should do this alone.
I agree. I don't know.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
Can I keep this roll, will you?
Yes.
I'll be right-
Andolin's gonna drop off of you.
I'll be right back. And then I want to, as quickly as possible, run back to the other people.
Oh my god.
You know what, Gertie, let's just dump off a bunch of the stuff right here. Like, you know, Santa gives gifts, you know?
Frankie, no. You have to go to each individual place.
It's partially about atonement, Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, maybe. I feel like atonement requires a certain degree of guilt, you know? For this is kind of like an element of fun in play. Just minus the, you know, and that's 20 items, and I think I should do this. I think I should do this thing where I should leave presents behind for Santa. It feels correct.
Okay.
Sorry. Teddy gets back to the beach.
Oh, what?
Where's Andy? There's a cabin in the woods.
I'm sorry, have I seen this before?
Okay.
Have you seen what before?
Have I seen Teddy just run like Sonic
In
the
the past like
Hedgehog?
month or something, yeah. I mean, you all know each other have powers.
Okay, okay.
By the way, didn't know, but last time we saw Teddy, didn't know that he had powers. So this is still pretty new to him as well.
Yeah.
So I think he like kind of has to like
Just
take
goes
his heels
boom
in.
into the side of the car.
Yeah.
Smashes into the side. Like,
Daddy's
ow,
back.
Oh, ow.
You okay?
There's a cabin in the woods. Andy's there. I don't think we should go alone.
You left Andy alone?
We should all go together.
Okay, can you take us all back quickly?
Can I take them all back quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's first?
I call shotgun.
You
Okay.
all are at this like hill over like overseeing this cabin.
I'm kind of imagining that we're like peeking over the hill from one side.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have the bag of presents with us?
I'm wearing the night vision goggles.
It's
and
dead.
It's I'm just not getting anything. Hang on. Let me find the scope.
Frankie, you can... Guys, I know this is like cliche, but I think the best way to get in might be through the chimney.
Why? Can someone give a good reason why going in right now is the right idea?
Because going into
that feel
Santa's
safe?
chimney with a bag of... I'm going to use the word presents. I know, like, we have an asterisk there, but just like a big old sack of stuff. Just... That just sounds like, that's really funny.
It's just that with everything we know, I don't think anything leads us to believe that getting close to Santa X is a good and safe idea. And I want to make sure we're thinking about that. It seems dangerous.
I'm with
and I don't want us to get hurt.
We're, regards to Santa X, we're aware Santa X is capable of tampering with memories,
guys,
or
we
that's also...
have to look at Santa X to give Santa X presents. Also,
not if we're blindfolded.
I have a grappling hook.
Why
and
do you have a grappling hook?
You don't have a grappling
hoard
hook?
Batman memorabilia. By the way, this is prepared, so I'm spending an adversity token.
A common household item.
Oh, by the way, Shay, I thought it would be useful.
For what? Throwing it
for this. Well, what if somebody had, like, angry attack dogs that, like, were wearing clown makeup?
You were gonna batarang a dog?
Well, only if they were, like an evil dog.
Okay, well, I'll take it and put it in a safe place.
Okay, so I didn't think it through. I just did it on impulse.
All right.
I am behind the idea of dropping the bag of presents asterisk down Santa X's chimney. I don't think we should get any closer to him than that.
That's bacon.
I agree.
I agree with all of that except the down the chimney, because what if Santa X uses the fireplace
Yeah,
and
what
then
if there's a fire?
it disintegrates. I think we just drop it off.
Sure. Drop it from the front door and run.
Front door, yeah.
Andolin goes to grab Frankie's hand,
Agent of Chaos?
and Andolin starts walking toward the
Wait,
front
we need to
door.
be blindfolded.
Guys, I've seen Santa X. I can do this. I've seen Santa X.
I've
Yeah.
seen Santa X.
Yeah. No, I mean, just let me do this. It's fine. Right?
Andolin is still walking forward with
Jesus.
Frankie. Frankie has put a blindfold on.
Right?
Andolin periodically closes her eyes and then opens it back up to make sure they don't fall or run into anything.
Teddy's gonna grab Frankie's hand.
Derry is going to stay back at the top of the hill. Derry and
Same with-
Gertie.
yeah.
Cool.
We'll be right back.
Cool.
Shay, come on.
All right,
Guys,
out.
I want to use my cool thing. All right. Wait, what are we giving them even?
The bag full of presents, right?
The bag full of stuff you stole from everyone?
So
The bag full of
you-
stuff
you-
I stole
you're-
from
you're
everybody in
passing
the
the
town of
buck.
Bog.
All right.
I'm keeping a couple things, just that I think do have a degree of atonement, but most of this is just
It's on you now, kid.
I mean, honestly, if you just sleep, you just deserve to have things stolen. Come on, you're asking for it.
You get to the front door. And
Okay,
Andolin gestures to put the presents down on the...
I'm gonna close my eyes now.
Do we sing carols?
Andolin kicks the door down.
What was that?
You can do that?
And you
I
hear
push Frankie.
Andolin go, "Oh." And you hear another voice from inside
Don't
Yeah.
look, you'll turn to stone.
say,
No! Oh my god! No! I can't do it again! I can't! Hang on. Is that? I am blindfolded right now.
Andolin takes the blindfold off of you.
I'm not in the scenes. I'm going to hug you.
This is
Gertie! Gertie!
Yeah, do we hear Pappy Fox's voice?
You can...
Gertie, it's Pappy!
You can
Okay.
hear-
Gertie, it's Pappy!
Gertie and Derry are going to run down.
Yeah.
Teddy opens his eyes at this point. What? Oh, Pappy! Why are you here?
Oh my god.
How are you here
How do you know? Wait,
I'm
thought we
sorry.
rolled out Pappy
This
and
was
Santa X.
supposed to be a sneaky thing, and we were gonna just sneak it through the chimney, but Andy just kicked down the door.
And now our dead grandpa's back. Are you a zombie? Or a
if
temporal ghost?
You see in the cabin, Teddy, Gertie, Frankie, and Derry, older, just standing there, stunned.
Oh my gosh, our facial hair singulars.
I didn't know about
No,
this.
you didn't. And
What?
they start glitching out a little bit. And Shay, you just now probably put together that when Pappy had you cover Frankie's eyes, and took BB away out of your sight, Pappy was bringing BB to older Gertie to reactivate the powers.
Oh my god. There's something really cool I can tell you guys now.
The older versions of you are starting to glitch out before your eyes. And coming around the table from behind Pappy is a dog. An old dog. An old beagle.
We need to go. We're killing them.
Pappy is not glitching at all.
Pappy, come. I'm gonna like grab Pappy and start running away. We
go?
cannot be near ourselves. I know how time stuff works.
Maybe what's good?
I trust Derry.
Come on.
I'm going with Derry.
No, we're in new ground now.
I'm starting to try to lead everyone away from the
Wait.
cabin.
He's not leaving now.
Alternate Frankie,
Well,
which one
with
is
Pappy.
evil?
Oh, we're both evil. That's my boy. And old Frankie disappears.
Oh, I guess
my
that
God.
one.
This
Yeah.
is what I'm talking about. We need to
I
go.
want a chance to talk.
Older Gertie steps forward and is like, "Hey, yeah, we kind of knew this wasn't permanent. Y'all can see him?
Yeah.
You're looking right at his face."
Yeah.
Has this happened? Have they disappeared before?
Old Gertie runs up
well.
and hugs you, Pappy. It's like, "We did it.
We did it.
All right, it's been real. Good to see you.
Thank God it's over.
Love you."
I love you.
And she kisses your cheek and disappears. Teddy and Derry are standing next to each other, kind of still in shock. And older Derry is going,
Derry,
I guess
do we have to go?
I get no, I don't.
Are we okay here?
We've never made it this far.
No.
We've never.
Are you gonna come back?
I don't.
Am I
think-
gonna make it to being you?
No.
No?
I don't exist. I don't exist. Don't
What?
worry about it. Pappy pulled me out of nowhere and just kind of made me because he needed help.
I did. All the technology stuff.
Yeah. So.
Been training me for eons.
I've been, it's been a really long time apparently. I only remember one timeline,
Yeah,
but Pappy said that he's been through a really, really, I'm sorry, I can't stick around, but,
It's okay. Hey, what's our password for Netflix?
oh, it's, and, finally, old Teddy is just,
Young Teddy is just standing there with his mouth open, just pointing at old
and
Teddy.
old Teddy's doing the same,
Like 60s Spider-Man?
Yeah.
yeah, so he's right.
You got your hair back.
Yeah. Don't ever do a mohawk. It doesn't look as good as you think it's going to.
But I think
How dare you? It's gonna
Don't
look
listen
great,
to him.
Teddy.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your lives.
Pappy.
Pappy,
How
what's
are you
going on?
here?
Well,
Are you Santa X?
yes.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I can finally say.
I have
my
to
God,
tear
I've
down
been
a whole
keeping this as-
goddamn wall of my garage now. Strings and papers for nothing.
Hold on, I pull out my phone. I call Declan.
Hello, Declan speaking.
We can finally talk about Santa X.
Are you alone?
No!
We're all here, Declan.
here.
Okay.
We all know.
No, what?
Come to the cabin. We have Papa X.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Wait, it worked. What happened? What
Come
changed?
to the cabin.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, bye bye.
We don't
Use the
know.
gun.
What? And then
Can we sit down? Is this
Please.
your
Teddy
place?
Yes,
fully
it's
sits on the
my
floor.
place for a
Okay.
very, 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 very long time.
Well, how long?
A very, 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 very,
let's
very.
let's take a moment and do a breakdown here. So as you're all sitting, eventually Declan arrives and and Pappy is explaining exactly what happened. Excuse me. And now I can't, so show's over. Patrick and I have talked about this, so also everybody, this is Patrick. Patrick Best plays Pappy Fox. If this is your first episode, this is a big deal. Pappy
Yeah.
went
He's been
missing in season
mysteriously
1.
gone, for a long time. And we had no idea that he was going to be here
No.
tonight, which is great.
Pappy is Santa X. Pappy explains, Pappy has been Santa X in every time. In the previous timeline, when Santa X would come to the community, Baba Vahid would make a mask so Pappy wouldn't, so you wouldn't know it was him. He would put on the mask so that he could figure out what presents you wanted and get them for you, because you would tell Santa. So you would sit on Santa's lap and say, like, oh, I want an Xbox 360, and Pappy would be like, when Pappy was, I'm going to burn through this as fast as I can. CJ was told, can you stop the vehicle? Goes back to the day that it happened. When Pappy disappeared, Pappy was gone.
Obliterated.
Obliterated, just gone.
The root light.
And CJ went back, pulled Pappy out of the chest, like through the shadow place, basically like creating him using the shadow place. Essentially, like sort of the same way that like you create
infusing him with Shadowfell magic.
Yeah, Shadowfell. Yeah, and said to Pappy that like you have to get everything ready, because it plopped him in a frozen like timeline where like everybody existed except for the people who had died in the other timeline, because like when they died the way that they did using Little Pete's powers, it removed them from time. So Pappy's mission was to pull those people from the chest, get everything set in place, have everything like good and ready for the restart to happen, and essentially like the first time that happened, he didn't get everybody out in time. It was like it didn't. You all beat Little Pete faster and re-pieced like CJ and did all that stuff like too fast. He wasn't ready for this like responsibility, all this kind of stuff. Like he was the one who pulled BB out of the chest. He put BB on your doorstep, and that kind of thing. This was a long list of like resets. Partly because the first time it started up, and Pappy was like, well, I need to go see the kids. You went to the door, it opened up, and immediately right when you saw his face, it reset. And so for forever, Pappy has been trying to determine like what resets, what causes certain things, and he's been figuring out and tapping into these frequencies, discovering like what these powers are and everything, because the reset is happening because you are activating a specific type of chronokinesis every time you saw his face. So something needed to change, or he needed to get to a certain point, or a disconnect here that would remove that frequency so that you could see him again, and it just was not happening. That's why he enlisted Declan. That's why he enlisted Shay. That's why he was working behind the scenes. That's why he couldn't like show his face. That's why when you did see his face, it was usually in a mask, and he couldn't like reveal who he actually was. Do you have any input, Patrick? Like some things?
Sure. So as we're telling the story, I'm like, well, and then finally I figured out how to get things going and to stay away from y'all, and then I forgot that it reset on the day that Andolin died. So I had to go and start everything over and make sure she didn't die. So then, I spent a lot of time doing that. Spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to keep her from getting hit by a truck and all that. And then, I got her saved, and then as we kept going, I couldn't get it perfect. And, CJ didn't give me much to go on. They said, do your best. And I did. And so I wanted to talk to y'all, so I came to y'all, and then, of course, boom. So then I thought, I'll pull him out of the chest. And that's what I did. I pulled older versions of you out of the chest to help. But I couldn't get you. I couldn't get any of you. Like you or your older you. But Gertie did.
Older Gertie?
Older Gertie.
Got Teddy.
He was able to pull Teddy out. I couldn't pull out people who weren't complete in both. I guess that's what it is. And so I tried, but I couldn't. And I was told not to. CJ warned me that here's the thing about magic. There's always a cost. Sometimes you don't know what that cost is. Anyhow, but it's worth it for all you to be here.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you're here. I get to see you. It's been so long.
Now you get to come home for real.
Well, are you in like a CJ situation now where like you have to keep this up forever and you can't live a normal life?
Honestly, I don't know what this is now.
What changed that we can see you now? You don't know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
What were y'all doing today?
returning stuff.
Crime.
Yeah, crime.
Well, that's not a change.
Is this Declan?
No,
Is Declan with us now?
Yeah, Declan's there. Yeah.
Reverse heist.
Declan, did you not notice that your treehouse had like a dozen items just magically there?
Of course,
today?
I noticed. I take inventory out of all of my stuff.
We've been
Don't
doing...
lie to me. I took your inventory list.
I have a digital backup. It's in the cloud, which I forgot the password to, but I would have an inventory if I remembered.
I
that.
slide a piece of paper to Declan.
That's a bad password. I need to change that.
Yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, y'all.
It was. I needed to make a code really fast. You know what? Let's not.
Wait, hang on. Hey, go ahead, change it. Go ahead, change it. Just change it right now. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Reset it.
I won't.
Okay, fine. I'll reset it because I know your password.
Santa X, you
You
know...
call me Pappy.
Pappy. Sorry, I've been like programming my brain to kind of zone in. What do you know about Olive?
Well, I know that they are not exactly happy
With Pappy.
with Pappy.
I said as someone.
Marcus here now?
There's a new NPC that's crawled into the room.
Happy with
It's even older Pappy.
Yeah.
About it,
It's
Jeff.
Pappy.
Did old BB also disappear?
No, old BB's still there.
Okay.
Just
Oh my
chilling.
God. Who's this one?
Well, it's BB, right?
Well, I call her Senior.
Okay.
Can you read her mind?
Take her. And we don't have our BB with us, I'm assuming. Because we haven't mentioned anything.
It's Phoebe's day.
Can I re-roll?
This is you just have the
Oh, right, I
Yeah.
have the power.
you just have that. Yeah. So
I
you
have
can,
Power of the bead.
Hello, girl.
hi. It's good to see you.
Has it been long since you've seen me?
I don't know.
Like, oh.
It seems like it's been a long time, but then again, every time someone leaves, it feels like a long time. I've been chilling with Pappy.
He's been feeding you good treats.
Yeah,
Lots of cheese.
I eat cheese and I can make out a couple words now. People say, they say, Pappy, people food. And they seem mad about it.
Oh, it's probably because dogs really aren't they're not supposed to eat cheese. But you're special, so we give it to you.
I am special.
Tell her dairies aren't supposed to eat cheese either, but I do it. So in a way, we're like the same.
Do you have any of that block left?
Of course not. Do you have a bathroom here?
Happy, no, I have a question. So, you know how... Oh, gosh. So that first time, the very, very first time, Frankie and I went into the Shadow Place when we were camping, and we saw those eyes like an army. Was that you?
Do you mean the previous timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. It was, but you wouldn't even know that.
All right.
Because that's like that. Because you were brought back with like Shadow Place magic, you were tied to that. Like all of the experiences that Pappy has had exist as like memories that in the Shadow Place. So like when you saw those like that like flood of eyes, like
It's
that
like an
was,
echo.
Yes,
of
exactly.
Pappy.
Like memories from the future.
Oh, so it's like light from a star when it reaches Earth. It's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Science.
sure, I gotcha. Somehow I thought it was a reference to Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and I was like trying to remember that.
like.
But it's just
So,
science.
and then were the rest of those eyes. So it was you and BB and all of us older kids.
Probably. You know more about the Shadow Place than I do.
Not much.
Now, I know a lot about it from after that timeline, because I've been there a lot. Getting people, putting them where they need to be every time it resets.
All right. I don't not to like impose here, but you could all thank me now, right?
What were you thinking?
What do you mean? What was I thinking? I was.
It seems like bringing us to the cabin would have made this all go away.
No.
We showed up
No,
at the cabin.
Something is
No,
different.
Pappy
Something's
told me
different
we've
this
done
time.
that before.
You've done that before?
I don't remember the timeline, but Pappy told me we tried that once.
Did we shoot your tire before we found the cabin?
And that's new as well.
Did we shoot you before we... Oh, wait.
You've never shot.
Maybe
That's it. That's it. See, Gert, I've been asking for years, and you say, no, Frankie, you can't have a gun. And also Mom, and also Dad, and also Teddy, and also Darren, and also Shay have told me I should not have a gun.
Yeah.
But the one time...
Pappy, you saved my sister. You're the one who actually saved her.
Yeah, well, yeah, like a million times.
Thank you.
I couldn't let her be dead. No more than I let the rest of you be dead. And that gorge jump,
Yeah.
that nearly killed me.
Yeah, did that happen like every time? Because that seems very hard to watch over and over again.
Yeah, I stole your bike. I stole every bike. I stole all the cars. Took batteries out of cars. I would take you would. One time you just taped some kites to your arms and jumped.
I've been planning that in my file. See, I was originally thinking, if I probably would have done that on a bike. I was gonna have thought about that. What if I get like giant kites, and then I could make like bat wings or like dragon wings, and then I would just like be on the bike. So I'd still have the bike, but I'd still have the kites. But you know what? If there was a strong enough updraft, you don't need a bike.
Teddy.
If there was a strong enough updraft.
Teddy, album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all hear like a pretty like several like stomping sounds and some like looming like.
Have we interacted with the Crolums since time has passed? It's maybe mostly a Frankie question.
It's been like a month, yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I would say Derry's like comfortable with
And
this.
what's my relationship with the Crolums? Am I?
Yeah, you have had pretty
I'm fine
continuous
with it.
interaction with
Okay.
them. You were the one who dropped them.
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Yeah. And like you hear them right up into the outside, and they creep down and look through the window and wave.
That still kind of freaks me out, if I'm being honest.
Right? Would it be more or less freaky if they had like realistic human hands?
More freaky.
If that
More
means you're gonna
freaky.
sculpt human
don't
hands
know.
on them, please don't.
Cause like I just can't. Cause like you know how we have like lines on our hands. You know, like what if we gave them that? And right now they can just kind of have like lumpy sort of mitts. But then like
Think of what they could do with 5 digits, 2 of which are opposable.
Murder!
I mean, 10 total. But would they though? I mean,
they could also probably do a murder without them.
yeah. I mean,
true.
I don't think it would make them more murderous. It might make
Shot,
them
murder Craigathy.
more... No.
It just like it just goes like.
We'll have to have the talk about murder later.
Talk about.
See, when a growing Krolum gets to a certain age, they realize they have an insatiable lust for blood.
Pappy, you probably know this, and maybe I've even given you a whole monologue in another one of these timelines, but, like, I've been harboring a lot of, like, sort of fear leading into resentment of you. Just kind
As
over
Santa
time.
X.
Sure, yeah, as Santa X, which I'm finding out is you. So, like, look, knowing it's you is amazing. It's really, really good to see you. I just, like, I need to be open with you that I'm sort of working through that a little bit. I have a lot of difficult feelings surrounding who you are.
Well, let me just tell you, your grandfather was in on it the whole time.
That doesn't surprise me. He's in on. I think
That
he's
makes
in on
perfect sense.
everything, and I think he's running this town. I think there's a lot more we're gonna learn about Baba
Happy
Vahid in the
X,
future.
question. So Baba Vahid has these masks
Yeah.
that, like, if you put one of those on, do they, like, turn you into a vampire or something?
No, those were what he
Frankie,
used when he
those are
visited
Santa
before.
masks.
That was
Well,
how he.
As you became more and more curious, as I was Santa, you were always trying to figure out who all the mall Santas were, and so we had to get more and more creative. So we had more and more masks to trip you up.
So what's the connection with you and the kidney?
Well, that's a long story, but yeah, I
Yeah, what's the deal with the kidney, Bobby?
I was able. So I too had.
You pulled one out of the chest, right?
I pulled one. Well, I had him operate on me.
Who?
Dr. Pedestrian.
Dr.
Oh.
And I was able. I do have some powers now as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are
Not
your
just-
powers?
I do too.
Well,
we all do.
you know how in Dungeons and Dragons, and Declan's been teaching me Dungeons and Dragons because we played forever. He doesn't know. He only knows we played one adventure, but we've been playing
The same adventure.
Just different points, and I keep saying, well, let's do it at level 15 now. So wild magic. You all familiar with it?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that. If I try to do powers, and honestly, I don't know if I want to do them anymore because there have been some catastrophic failures.
That's probably for the best.
You want to tap it for a second just to show it off?
No, don't.
Oh my God, there's so many.
So this is a stack of powered cards. The way that Pappy Fox's powers work is Pappy Fox attempts to tap into the frequencies because he doesn't have the connection that all of you have to use your powers. And he, at random, uses powers.
This is a bad idea.
Well, yeah, I burned through a lot of them doing the chronokinesis on my kidney to make it young enough for the kid.
But just for me, I just want to see what it would be.
Wait. Here's an idea. I'm going to turn this doll yellow.
Oh, that's so good. Zoopathy. The ability to read and influence thoughts of animals. The further the distance, the greater the exertion.
Yeah, that's what...
Do you target the yellow doll?
I say, Senior, lick Gertie's face.
And yeah, Senior...
Well, I mean, I could probably pull that one off. BB, lick Gertie's face.
Oh my gosh.
What?
BB, Senior BB, lick Gertie's face.
Senior's like not paying attention at all.
Senior, bark at Derry.
Bark.
Tell her to stop.
Wait, so you were trying to make the kidney younger for the kid? What kid?
The one who got my kidney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Derry was telling us about that.
That was,
Roger.
Oh.
At the airport. Wait,
Roger's
so
not a real name. You're sure it's just Roger, right?
Roger.
That's like if somebody had a typo on their birth certificate and just kept it.
Oh, why? Okay, when I was at the airport and you were doing all this stuff,
oh boy, yeah.
What was up with the storm? Is that still an issue? Because I stopped seeing it, but I don't trust that it's not there anymore.
There are all these things we had to get past, and the storm was...
The storm is done.
Well, it's in the past. I don't know if there are more storms somewhere else, but that night, it was imperative to stop the storm.
Okay, but you don't know where you didn't make the storm?
No.
Okay, so there's more stuff.
Could the events that have happened in these loops be going on right now in a parallel?
Well, we're farther than we've ever been.
So does that erase everything? Are we now older versions, and there are younger versions of us now that are trying to still figure out who you are?
No, it doesn't work that way for y'all. It only works that way for me. If it resets, I have to start all over, pull y'all out, save Andy, try to keep you from dying in the gorge.
You must be exhausted, Pappy.
It was, I cried a lot of tears, but you're here.
I think we did it.
I don't know. What did you do? How did this happen?
We chased you.
And then
Well,
we
you chased
shot
me
you.
before. You chased me many times.
honest,
And this one here is so fast that every time he chased me and boom.
Honestly,
Every time. So that's why when I pulled him out of the chest, or when older Gertie pulled his older self out of the chest, I had him train me up, so I'm a lot faster now.
Wow. That does sound like something I would do.
Tell me about a time where he used super speed and then you tried to do super speed and something else came out.
I will say Pappy looks a lot healthier and better than the last time that you saw him.
Sweet.
But no, what came out instead? You did super speed and
I'll tell you what came out.
So there you were, prepped to run.
I was running and
Kinesoparagesis.
The ability to
Kinesoparagesis.
project blasts of kinetic energy from the hands. The blasts are not hot.
You blasted me?
I did. And we reset. And I had to do it all over again.
Wait. This doesn't have anything to do with Frankie leaving, does it?
Actually,
Wait, Frankie's leaving.
I know where you can go to learn how to use your powers. I'm going to boarding school.
You are.
Yeah!
For superheroes.
Professor Eckert's School for Exceptional Children.
It might be a front.
I mean, it's obvious. Eckert's School for Exception. I mean, come on.
I think it's a magic power school.
It's obviously a magic power.
I mean, this has happened in every timeline, right?
No, this is never. I've never had this conversation before. I didn't know he was gonna go to Professor Exit's magic school. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know if I can. Obviously, I don't want to reset, but everything's not perfect. I don't know. I hope we're in a good space.
I mean, if that's the thing that's different, like that,
Yeah.
then that's
So he's leaving.
I'm unassuming out of the cabin for a bit.
Okay.
I got a lot of adversity tokens, yo.
Oh.
Well, Frank, you know what? I might take you up on that. Maybe I'll drive you out there and I'll meet this Professor Eggert.
Do you have to drive, or can you just like?
Well, I don't want to use my
I
powers.
can wild magic. Fair.
I don't want to reset.
Probably smart.
Can you even leave Vault?
But you just got back, Patty.
Well, he's been in Mohawk.
You should stay a while.
Yeah, no, I've been here. Yeah.
See Mom and Dad.
Oh, I will. I'll go. I'll just drive him up and have a talk with the Professor. And
Who else knows about you and what you've been doing? Because I mean, Declan knew. Shay, you knew.
I'm out.
Declan,
Oh, yeah.
Shay, you knew.
But you didn't know.
Yeah.
Declan Shay knew. I don't know what that all.
And ways we all knew
about me.
Let's see here. Tara didn't know who, but knew sub stuff. I filled
And
her
Baba
in.
Vahid knew.
And Baba Vahid.
He knows everything. Every time I reset, he's the second person
I imagine you didn't even tell him. He just happened to know.
It's those
That
cupcakes.
old man. It's
I
those
feel like it's those cupcakes.
He puts the brain juice in him.
He puts the brain juice in the cup.
Or he gets the hose.
Off of brain juice. I think we should have you show up to our house dressed up like a zombie. Think about it. Think
That
about
sounds very traumatizing.
it. But the look on.
Would be that of pain and sorrow.
Yeah, why'd you
Would be
have
the
to make
trauma.
my funny prank turn into a mean prank?
It wasn't a funny prank. It was a mean prank. I'm calling it what it is.
Frankie, is there anything?
Did you ever talk to your parents about Santa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, say again?
You ever talk to your parents about Santa X?
We talked to the whole town about Santa X at some point.
I mean, we even put up flyers.
We
at
had
one
flyers, we had meetings, it didn't go anywhere. I have a whole wall on my garage, it's useless now.
Well, there you found me.
Yeah,
You
no,
won.
I did.
Congratulations.
It's good.
Well, so does that mean things are now back to normal?
It doesn't feel like it, that's the
I mean,
thing.
besides, I guess,
feel really
superpowers.
uneasy.
Well,
So-
we do all still have superpowers, so that's.
Well, it's still
something
frequencies.
We're gonna have to.
Oh, well, no, the frequencies, I try not to deal with those too much because, bad things can happen, resets.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's smart.
so a reset could happen at any moment. We just don't know what would kick it off.
Well, what I'm led to believe by what CJ told me, they said that you all together are the shadow place in a way that you have powers when you're together and with BB. But if you're not together, then you're tapping into frequencies. I believe.
Well, so with Frankie leaving, is that
We
gonna?
all have to be together?
No, I think there just has to be at least two of you together to tap into the powers that you have.
Is that why mom's strength is so friggin' good?
Yeah, I think we have the power of music.
The power of music. Also, I mean, we've been practicing really hard and we're very
Yeah,
talented,
but have you seen us play our first show?
Well, now I've seen the older versions of you playing, and you all wail.
Whoa!
Yes. Always wanted to wail.
I've never heard of wailing as like a good word, but now it's like the best adjective ever. You guys wail!
Yes.
Are there any outstanding questions any of you have right now that I can just knock out, and then so we can do a little bit of a scene here with Pappy where it's not just what happened.
Not currently, but
Well, we'll think
if
on
we
it.
can say that we do ask those, so that later we can ask them
if
and say,
anything-
"Oh, I would have asked this
If
before."
anything comes up, I
Yeah.
will clear it up completely.
Yeah.
But let's make sure to do it on stream so that I'm sure this is all very confusing. Also, I'm sorry I derailed this a little bit. Sorry. I know we had a little bit of a different plan, but I wanted to get to at least a bit of it. Yeah. So let's say you talk for a bit longer and then you step outside to the Crolums. You want to?
But actually, So I've been kind of this idea is something. Since I'm leaving, I've been kind of going through like my last dues and like how do I make my final goodbye. So we were kind of doing a whole reverse heist thing. So maybe my personal run in theory is that Cynthia is the axis of universal evil, and because I stole her armory from her, that removed a component of the axis of universal evil, thus throwing universal evil out of balance, which allowed timeline to progress, which is how we got the modified tactical Nerf rifle, which was used to shoot your car tire. So that's one theory. But aside from that, we're just like turning things that I stole back in.
So you're giving presents like Santa.
Yeah, so I was like, man, we got like 20 things left to do. Like, there's only like one of them that I really care about. So like, we'll just dump it on Santa and call it a day. But then Santa wanted to
Well, let's knock them out.
Yeah. You want to join in for a montage?
Absolutely.
Can y'all scoot over to the touch?
Yeah. Wait. Help me sculpt like some reindeer horns on the Krolums.
Yeah, let's hit these really quick. You want to do Terran or Principal Pal first?
Cool. I cut to outside of the school, Bald High School. Yeah, so I feel like I really didn't need to talk to Principal Pal because, like, in my head, I wanted to have, like, a very comical moment of, like, just the most heartfelt Principal Pal has ever seen me, and like just have him so convinced I'd change, and like personally hand him off the monkey suit. Then I was gonna stab him in the leg and be like, "Ha ha, shat in the air vents again."
Do you mean literally stab him in the leg, or like by shitting in the air vents? Okay?
I shat in the air vents. I still did that, and then I left the monkey suit off in his office. I still have my switchblade. Oh my god. Then, I mean, like, we just really knocked out that montage. I mean, really, like, all I have is this one thing that I definitely stole from Terrence's house, and then, like, we can just run and play.
We have got to be so careful. Terran could destroy any of us at any moment.
She probably won't. I mean,
but she could, is the thing.
Wait, what?
She did.
Physically.
What is it?
Oh, shit! I forgot the photo album!
You stole her photo album again?
Yeah!
Frankie!
Yeah! Hang on, we need to pull back.
We learned that lesson. That lesson was learned by us, and you did it again.
Well, you know what? See, when a person tells me, haha, I've learned your lesson, you've learned your lesson, I just hate the feeling that somebody has achieved victory over me, and it's been a victory
you're achieving
of mine.
victory. Knowledge is a victory, Frankie!
Well, I have a D10 brain, so what do you want from me?
A D20 brain.
Gosh!
That's why he's going to
With some
boarding
fucking
school.
empathy.
Yeah. I have a D4 in that.
How do you want to approach Terran?
Cautiously.
Cool. This is just gonna be Frankie ringing the doorbell with the parcel wrapped.
Terran answers it.
What?
I thought you were gone.
Yeah, well, it's my last day.
Terran looks like up past you at the car. Andolin like falls back.
All of us are like peeking out and then lay flat immediately.
Okay, do you want to come in for a second? If I invite you in, are you going to destroy everything in my parents' fridge and throw my mugs on the ground?
Only if you want me to.
I don't. I have never wanted you to do that.
Then I will not.
Okay.
Unless you're sure that you don't want me to.
I'm not going to let you in my home if you're...
Oh, okay, so okay, yeah.
Come
I won't
in,
break
don't
your-
destroy anything.
Right.
Gee.
Oh, okay, well now I'm nervous. I'm just gonna like accidentally destroy everything.
I can take you back outside.
No, this is fine. Your home looks lovely. You looks lovely.
I looks lovely. Did you just point a finger gun at me?
Oh, yeah, and I immediately regretted it because like, what if I shot a fireball
Maybe you shot a
and just killed
fireball
you?
and killed me or destroyed my parents'
Oh
home.
God.
Yeah.
I feel hot. Oh, there's steam coming out of my ears. No, I'm the coolest boy in Bald. I'm cool, right?
That's exactly what everyone has always called you.
Yeah,
right.
that's what's written on like the tagline of my character sheet. Coolest boy in Bald. I've been recently adopting a new series of jokes. Pappy has been telling us all about Pappy's adventure. My grandpa is alive and has been Santa the whole time. That is a true story.
At one point, can Frankie look back outside towards the car, like it was just through the window, and Gertie has like cue cards. That she's like,
You're sorry.
Be sincere. Apologize in apologize in small font and then apologize in big font on the next card.
And I'm actually saying it in like, apologize. I'm sorry, Taryn, for breaking your mugs and also stealing your grandmother's photo album.
You stole them? It's gone?
No.
here they are.
Here they are. Give me 1 second. I need to run to the car. Okay, I'm blowing this. I am blowing this. What do I say? Okay, photo album.
Okay, you just say, Taryn, I really admire and respect you, and I want to. This gesture is me proving it to you, and I hope that we can leave on good terms. Okay, got this, bud.
And don't let her kill you.
Throwing a Merry Christmas, that always works.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Don't let her kill me. Oh, but if anybody should kill me.
It's ongoing. Yeah. But
Christmas is on. It's always Christmas.
This is my peace offering. Back to you.
So this is my peace offering, and I just wanted to say how much I admire and respect you.
Did we cut back to the inside?
Yeah. So I said that verbatim.
As the speech was going on, we cut to inside.
I imagine she's been watching as Frankie is like, how much I admire and respect her, and respect her. You. Photo is for you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Well, Frankie, you've been a nuisance. You make it really difficult for me not to be a bully anymore, and frankly, I didn't mean to. No,
but you did.
You are a very interesting, very small person that I am so glad is leaving. But things
distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, no, that's a lie that adults tell you. Distance actually makes relationships fall apart.
Oh, well, my pappy was gone for a really long time and was kind of dead and obliterated from space and time, and that's like maybe the lack of distance.
Here to talk to me about your pappy?
But I mean, it's kind of news. So like, beep, beep. Merry Christmas.
You're just giving me this photo album. That's it.
I got you this. You don't.
Gertie in the car, like.
Don't open it while they're looking.
Taryn like closes the blinds and ushers you back in and closes the door.
She closed the blind. She's gonna kill him.
Oh my God. Did someone give him a walkie-talkie? Come in, Frankie. Come in.
Not now. Over.
Are you okay? We just need to know.
If I die, it's how I want to go. Over.
She opens it up.
So
this is just a statue of you.
But yeah. But So you know how like.
Why would I want this?
Well, it's like you know how.
There's a hole in the back of it.
Well, that's. Which I'm now realizing is maybe a terrible idea.
It's a hole like right in the back where your head is.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be like, because you know how you kind of talk and you make that really funny joke about how you wish you could just put a bullet in the back of my head. And you know how like I shot you and then you like still had the bullet, and I thought it would be really funny if like you could like fit that in there and like maybe you're the piece. I'm not going to say you're the piece of me that completes me.
Taryn reaches into her pocket and pulls out a bullet.
You keep it with you?
It reminds me of the other time. And she puts it snug in the back of your statue's head. Yeah, this is probably the best gift I've ever gotten in my life. That was really satisfying.
Well, what kind of inspired me to do it was, remember how you kind of told us about, like, how you didn't want to touch anything because you thought maybe you'll just totally obliterate, boom, destroy it, right? And like you like, and maybe you were scared that you didn't have complete control,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
right?
Move on.
So I sculpted that out of bronze with my like I did that with my hands.
Wait, you made this?
Yeah. It took a lot of tries. Because like I mean I'm going away because I'm really scared that I'm gonna accidentally touch something or someone or accidentally walk into somebody's house and somebody who I really respect and admire, and I'm gonna accidentally destroy everything when I don't want to do that. So I thought maybe let me find a way to like make something cool instead.
Taryn like kneels down. I'd like to get to your level. And gives you a hug.
Frankie is stone petrified.
You just hear Teddy's voice reverberating in your head. She's gonna kill him.
Arms creak.
I'm not glad you'll be leaving. Some people in this town are gonna miss you because you're a very
I'm difficult.
you're very difficult.
And you enjoy the challenge.
I don't. It's not a challenge. You're fun and goodbye. Okay. And Taryn like lets go. Okay. Well, if you figure out how to actually use your powers, if you could come back and tell me, that would be cool. Did you just burp?
I got nervous burps.
We're having a moment. You just burped.
I'm dying. Karen hugged me.
Frankie, you realize I haven't been...
Tell me apart. It's taking everything out of me not to fall around.
I haven't been close to a person.
I'm sorry.
All right, get out of my house. Yeah, and she opens the door behind you. Okay. Well, thank you for the present. I will keep the bullet in there for the rest of my life. It'll be nice for me to let go of it. Good luck.
Yeah.
I will miss you. And the door closes.
Darren Takahashi hugged me.
She's killing him! She's killing him!
I'm like yelling this on the bars.
He's on the front steps right now, yeah.
Darren Takahashi hugged Frankie Fox. Maybe don't say that. She might come out and.
Get Frankie, get in the car!
She stooped to my level.
She's behind you! Get in the car!
Brandon, start the car. Let's get
I burped in her face.
Oh, you got the nerfs?
Oh, I got the nerve. Yeah. Yeah. No, I got them all out. I farted a little bit too, but I don't. It was a quiet one, so like maybe she smelled it, but she didn't say anything.
Silent but deadly when you don't want to leave her with a stain.
But,
I guess we'll never know.
drive before she changes her mind.
I'm gonna set this scene like you. I think it's getting to like late afternoon, like reaching a little bit into like actual like evening. Y'all are at the Balderdash, like just grabbing some burgers. Last minute.
Marcus
burgers.
and Phoebe there?
I think.
I would imagine we'd be going back to the foxhole with Borger, if that's...
Yeah, you're
I feel like we
you
should
could
hang
be-
out there.
Yeah, you can be grabbing some burgers.
What if you just like knock on the door and be like, I have your food delivery, young man, and they're like, oh well, I didn't order any food. What?
Dude, that's a fun prank.
That's a good
That
prank.
is a pretty good
That's a
prank.
pretty good prank.
Oh yeah.
You're on the front steps.
And then you pop them in the nose and run.
No,
Well,
Frankie.
wait,
no one
maybe
can
just
say-
not the last part.
Pappy rings the doorbell.
Wait, all of us have got to hide because it's
Scatter!
Happy.
I kind of put up a hood, you know.
I'm gonna go in the back door.
Yeah, you're used to that, aren't you?
Let's go to our rooms and act like everything's normal.
Well, from outside to inside.
Back door.
The door opens. Oh yeah, sorry. Can I help you or something
Food delivery.
for food delivery?
Yeah, you order a side of Pappy?
Pappy? Pappy? Hey, hold on. And right when you like lift your head, like Marcus turned like, hey, Phoebe, did you order food or something?
I put the hood back on. Start over. I reset.
Hold on. All right. Okay. Marcus turns back over. I'm sorry. I need to yell a bit louder. Is that okay? Because I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to get a hold of my wife. Do you work at the? Is this from Balderdash? Hey, hon. Hi, Phoebe. Phoebe. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Oh wait, no, there she is. Phoebe. Hi. And then you hear, oh hey, what's going on? What's up? Oh yeah. Did you order food or
Is
something?
she in the door now?
Yeah, yeah. She comes out. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't order.
Oh,
Did
I
you
think
order?
you did. And I take off the hood.
And then Gertie and Bridget. Look, it's Baby! It's Baby! We're
And I jump and pop Marcus in the face.
I anticipate that coming, and I block it.
I jump and you just catch it.
Right now? No.
It's like a football.
Yeah, we can cut to.
Did we
ever get Shay?
Yeah, did we ever get Shay? I imagine if we didn't find Shay, we would call him. I don't know if he would answer, but like I don't think we would just ditch him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And Raimi?
I think. God, where would Shay be? I guess like it would probably be more convenient if you just like tagged along eventually.
Well, you could have been at your grandma's. Like you could have gone home,
Yeah.
and then like.
Also,
it
if
would
you
be-
feel like you wouldn't want to be a part of this for
Well,
any reason,
I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
I think the thing that you would get is like if you went home, your grandma would be like, "It was one of your best friends. You should go say goodbye."
Grandma.
Well,
He's leaving.
well, I mean, he's not leaving for good, so I think that it would be fine to say a little "see you later" or something.
Okay.
Okay. And if everybody wants to come back here for a sleepover, that's still on the table. We can have people over here.
Okay.
All right. I love you. Have fun.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Grandma.
watch Catching Fire.
Hunger Games.
Catching Fire.
So I'm going over to see them. Like I think they have like an arranged like like everybody come over to the.
I think Harini's coming over.
One last hurrah.
Like everybody's coming over.
I wouldn't be surprised if we were like sent out a mass text to all of our friends and been like, everybody come over. It's gonna be a fun night.
But before I go, I just want to take like one last glance at my phone because I've been texting my online buddy about this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just put it back and then I head over.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You're all at the foxhole.
Has it started to get dark yet?
It has. It's about. It's like the sun is setting.
Okay, Frankie, Derek. So I'm gonna. Do you want to be? Because we can do this together, or I can give him my thing.
I mean, I have a thing. It can be.
If you want to get on my thing too, you can also be a part of that. If you wanted to.
I mean.
Did you steal things from me too?
Do your thing, Teddy.
Like
Gary, I got you your laptop.
Okay.
Is
well,
that
let's.
Gary's laptop?
Teddy, this is your favorite sweater. The dark green one.
And then I looked down and I'm like,
Wait a minute.
I'm really good.
How did you? I haven't taken this sweater off in months.
I know, it smelled so bad. I washed it for you.
hold on a second. Okay. Go ahead.
So, remember 4th of July?
I do not. I got hit in the head.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he hit
probably about
everything.
right.
You hit with the head.
So, Derry, I mean, kind of led the charge to steal the big one firework.
Oh, the big one?
And, I mean, after everything happened, we went back for it, and I figured, since you're going away tonight, we never lit it off at the 4th of July, so it might be a good moment to shoot it off now.
Let's do it in the
Wait.
kitchen.
But Teddy, we don't have the big one. Check under your bed, Frankie.
I'm just...
Is it there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No.
all right, just kidding. It was right behind my back.
Let's leave.
Under my nose.
And Frankie, you're going to your bedroom, right? The window is open, and I'm up there with my Batman grappling
Your
hook
grappling
utility
hook,
thing. Hey, I didn't want to I'm still mad at you.
Hug you.
And then I pull out a comic book. I finished it. I want you to be the first to read it. And tell me how it is.
Perfect.
Okay. And then I run away.
You drop out of the window?
Yeah.
But we just hear a crash.
Frankie, don't go back.
There's just a shot of Frankie ugly crying.
Harini and like a lot of, I mean, like pretty much everyone you would expect to be here is here. Not Taryn. But Harini shows up and like Declan is there. It's like a full blown party now. Carlos Suarez has arrived. Principal Pal is here. And yeah, I mean like everyone is here in town to say hi to Pappy because they were like, oh, you're back in town. Like for the most part, people didn't know you were like missing, and to say goodbye to Frankie.
Frankie is swirling a wine glass of
Full of
sparkling cider. And then I burped in her face.
The room erupts in raucous laughter. And Marcus says, "That's my boy," and Phoebe goes, "That is our boy." Yep. Harini steps forward to you and like gives you a little note.
Marini, you know I can't read.
No, don't. I want you to open it and read it when we're at the boarding school. I just.
Harini,
Okay.
I really respect and admire you, but I would never want to come between you and Gertie.
Oh, good.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to just... I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I just need to nip this in the bud.
Okay. Right. So, what I was going to say just now was that you'll always be in my heart.
I know.
Somewhere. Not at the top.
Slide me in the back.
I'll just push you. You'll be like a wonderful sundress that I forgot that I had until summer.
What?
You will always be important to me, and I'm sure I'll see you again. But it has been thrilling to be around you, and I'm glad that you're doing better since the whole gorge. I'm sorry if I'm bringing that up, and that's a bad thing to say. All right.
I'm horribly traumatized.
Okay. I will miss you so much.
Harini, you'll always be like a scarf that I just love. and then I think of as part of my own mental self-image, but I never wear it because I forget about it. But when I picture myself, I'm wearing that scarf.
Wow. And Granny just walks away.
What's the note say?
Oh, the note just says, essentially what it sort of just says. So you open it. It's on the front. It just says to everyone's kit. And on the inside it says, learn to use your powers, but don't learn too much, because we don't need you being too hot for this world. And then that part is like a little bit scrolled out, but then it's like rewritten and like, you know what I mean.
Like they erased, but then like did it anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So, Frankie, from outside, you hear a car horn. And you peek out the window, and
Cynthia's come.
There is a large black limo sitting outside with blacked out windows. And the door just opens.
Is it Baldwin?
You don't know who it is.
I don't know who that person is. Did somebody order a pizza? Like a
dart
really
goes
expensive
shooting past your
pizza?
head.
Phew. No, but like somebody's outside with a pizza.
There's the large butler who has stepped out to open the door just beckons you.
My bones are healed. I'm gonna rappel out the window with like a rope made of sheets. Not my bed sheets. I have spare sheets for this purpose.
This way.
Right.
You climb in one end of the limo, and all the way on the complete opposite end, Baldwin is sitting there.
You do not see Cynthia,
Hello.
but you don't see Cynthia.
Hello, Franklin.
This is really awkward. I feel like I have to yell to reach you.
It was meant to be a power move.
Power moves are intended to demonstrate a position of superior, like whatever you call it,
This limousine was very expensive.
So you've kind of subtracted some of your own power to enable your attempt at a power move.
Franklin, listen. Okay.
Can you speak a little louder?
I heard.
I'm just going to come to you. And I said next to him.
This is not quite what I was expecting. A little bird told me.
Do these have like sodas? Oh, they do.
Yeah, all the seats are heated. A little bird told me that you might be running for high school president.
Yeah, it'll need to be like what I've been thinking about that.
Or president of your new school.
What?
Oh, yes, I know. I know, Franklin.
See, I hadn't even thought about student politics, so actually, you're giving me a great idea. I should run for president at my new school.
I just wanted to say, because I have so much experience with the political sphere,
You want to be a running mate?
I would like to endorse you.
Baldwin, I'm touched.
This is not a vote. I will be casting a vote for your opponent. But I will endorse you in public, and I hope that you win.
Baldwin, I want you to know that when I'm at Professor Eckert's School for Exceptional Children, put a hand on his shoulder, I probably will never think about you. Honestly, as soon as I'm out there, I'll probably forget about you entirely. But if I do remember, I promise you, I'll give a Frankie Fox stamp of approval on every one of your posters or whatever.
Hey, Franklin, you out in that limousine? Get
It's
out.
mine.
No, get out.
Oh, can I?
You should go.
Okay, cool. Is Cynthia waiting?
This
From the shadows, you are shoved out of the limousine.
This limousine is paid by the hour.
All right.
I left you the Nerf bullets.
Franklin is getting late. Pappy said that he'd be tagging along for driving you to border school. We got to head out and
Did you say burger school?
Oh, how dare you? No, I said boarding school.
But it did sound like you said burger school.
Wait, Frankie's leaving tonight. I thought it was the first thing in the morning.
Well, we can push it first thing in the morning, but their school starts a little earlier and ends a little sooner than y'all. So the first day, the intro stuff is tomorrow. We'd have to leave really early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and it's on the coast, so it's kind of like a 2-day drive. So realistically, now that I'm thinking about it,
Are you gonna be late?
I'm probably going to be late.
I mean, that makes sense.
It's just syllabus day.
Yeah.
And also learn to use your powers day. This will be the day where everybody, introduces themselves and shows off their power in secret, because you can't do that. And for some of these kids, it's the first time they ever see somebody else with powers. So I'm going to show in and be like, I know all about powers, and that's what you call a power move. Baldwin! The limousine's gone. But also, is burger school an option? I did not realize that.
No, I don't think well, I mean, maybe a trade school where they teach you some cooking or some culinary school or something.
Sorry, did I hear that Frankie's leaving tonight?
Well, either we leave tonight or we can leave really early.
Well, we gotta set off the big one then.
4 in the morning.
Is everyone ready? Is it dark enough?
Wait, I have an idea. Hang on. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and concentrate on wherever... this is definitely going to go badly. Frank is going to try and focus on the mental image of the big one that Frankie has fantasized many times. Maybe I'll actually light my poster of the big one in my room on fire, but I'm going to try and remotely light the fuse.
Did you take it out of your room?
It's set up in the backyard, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything with it. I don't know.
So you went up to get it. You ran into Shay.
I probably would have brought it downstairs because I couldn't stop hugging it, and then at some point dropped it after enough time had passed for the arms to loose.
Then Derry has set it up in the backyard with the help of whoever.
Then roll a d20.
Well, you can't see it, so it's a 1.
17?
Yeah, it's a 17. Yeah, roll 2d4.
If either of these explode.
Well, they both exploded. You want to roll them both again?
They exploded.
Yeah, take your time.
This is just going to destroy the house.
And they were both 1s.
So that's going to be a 10.
Still a total of 10, yeah. I mean, no, you're just going to do exactly what you set out to do. You like the fuse.
I think that's a little too much juice than Frankie planned, and the thing just explodes
sure,
on the spot.
In the backyard, it just boom. And the fireworks is going
shooting
off
everywhere.
Just on the ground, level.
It's like at Bilbo Baggins' party where it's the form of a dragon, except it does, instead of getting some time to take off, it just crawls up the side of the house and is perched to the side of the house breathing fire at people. Or something like that.
You rolled a 10, you could do that.
That happens. It's horrifying. The roof is on fire. But it's calming down after a second.
Speaking of calming down after a second...
Pappy, idea. Use your rain powers to put it out.
The night calms down. Your parents decide to take you in the morning. You're going to have to leave at 3:30 a.m. So you might as well just stay up all night. But everyone has said their goodbyes. Principal Powell came up and said, well, Franklin, I think that it would be advantageous for you to go to a school for exceptional children because you yourself are an exceptional child. I wish you tons of luck, and I can't wait to see you when you come back. Feel free when you are visiting, if it is during a school period of time, to pop into my classroom. I would appreciate it, and you are going to be the baddest boy in Professor Eckhart's School for Exceptional Children.
Principal.
Goodbye, Franklin. Oh.
I'm sorry. Has anybody ever told you just have an average face?
Al leaves. Harini says a final goodbye. Declan says goodbye. Can you change my password back so that I can get back into it? I'll just have Derry help me. Never mind.
It'll take Derry
You've been a stream of constant stress.
Thank you.
And I love you so much.
Oh.
And I will be keeping your spot open at my treehouse for D&D and everything. And I'm going to have your mug sitting off to the side. All right, I love you, bye. And Declan will give you a hug.
Are we also giving our goodbyes?
No,
'Cause
it's...
okay.
Everyone leaves, and it's just the four of you. The Fox folks, like Marcus and Phoebe and Pappy, are all off in the kitchen. You've set up like this fort in the living room, and you are laying. Stand By Me is playing on the TV on silent, so it's just the picture.
Frankie, I'm gonna give you something now that you cannot use indoors.
A gun.
And you can't. No, it's not a gun. This is something that I've only had for like a little bit. It used to be Baba Vahid's. He gave it to Milad at one point. It's kind of been passed around, but I mean, I'm used to people going away for a little bit. So like, as much as I'm going to miss you, I know that you're gonna be back, and I'm kind of
With a
used
new
to that,
strange
so
accent.
with a new strange accent.
Well,
That's
if I
usually
sound
how
like
it tends to
this,
go.
This is how exceptional children talk.
That's pretty good.
I'm your sibling.
I know you can do this magically, but this is like, if you ever need to start a fire and not explain how it happened, which it seems like a situation you might get yourself into. This is our old Tinder and Flint kit from like way back places I haven't even been. I think you should hold on to it until you come back, and then I want it back. That's sort of a way to ensure that I'm going to see you again. And when you come back, I want you to teach me how to use it, because I couldn't figure it out. It's from Teddy too. It's from me and Teddy also. So I just want you to have that for a while.
You didn't give me Flint and Tinder, you gave me an alibi.
It's the one thing you always needed.
Oh. Okay, now I'm getting a little sad.
It's
Stop
a little
it.
sad. Look, I mean,
Stop it.
as a person who's been through this the most times, it's gonna be okay. People always come back when they go. Even fucking Pappy came back.
And he was completely obliterated from the timeline.
After everyone everyone leaves except
Or falls asleep.
falls asleep. And you and I go upstairs to our separate bedrooms. Everyone, lights are out. Everyone's seemingly asleep. And then when you're about to fall asleep, you hear a little knock at your door.
Come in. I disarmed the traps.
And Gertie kind of tiptoes in. She closes the door behind her. She goes over to your bed and kind of climbs in with you under the covers. She says, "Okay, Frankie, I'll save my gift for last."
A gun?
No, Frankie.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes. And then Gertie puts on 2 gloves, and they're fingerless. And when you open your eyes, you can see on the knuckles, it's spelled out baddest boy. And then when you open them up, in bold.
I'm never taking these off again.
But Frankie,
This one pinches a little.
oh, it has little straps too. You have little. If you ever want to listen, you can.
I don't ever want to listen it. These are stuck here.
Frankie, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, and I know I'm going to see you again, but it's just going to be kind of weird without you here. I want you to take care of yourself, and I don't want you to do stupid things, and I want you to have fun though still, and I want you to make friends, and more friends than enemies. It's okay to make a couple enemies, I guess, but yeah, just be safe mostly.
If you ever hear about a mysterious string of fires occurring along the coast, it's me. I've turned to crime.
Turned?
Well, continue my track record, I suppose.
I'll probably be asleep by the time you leave this morning. But know that I love you. You'll be back for Thanksgiving, I assume. Right?
Well, we'll see. Maybe I've just taken off in the superhero track and I have no time for small fries like all of you.
Okay, well, don't forget us.
Oh, you're crying, and like I'm crying on the inside, but my eyes are dry because it's just fire. Hey, watch this. It's like magma.
Oh my god, don't scar yourself.
I think I'm gonna. Don't scar yourself. That's actual magma.
Baby strolls into the room and gets up on the bed with the two of you. And then circles around and like squeezes between both of you and rests her head on your chest, Frankie.
Bark twice for lasers. Just blast through the wall.
BB does two really soft barks. And shoots lasers through the wall.
This is the first time she's done that, right? No, she's done that.
No.
No.
Oh. I'm so proud of you.
What was that?
Lasers
I
go back to
farted!
sleep.
And next time on Hijinks and Handlebars. So a couple of things. Pappy's back. Whenever Patrick is available and wants to come back on the show, Patrick will be able to do that. Essentially now, we'll coordinate and make sure everything's cool with like QueueTimes and stuff too. But that's a thing now.
Was that always there? Was the graphic there the whole time?
Well, it was on standby.
I changed it
There's a button for that.
when Pappy came in.
Did
So
you like we just didn't notice?
thanks for helping me with this. Yeah, it was. This was interestingly. This was like my plan for a really long time. I was not planning on doing it now, but I think that this is. I didn't want you to miss out. So. Didn't see this coming. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So.
I was about to ask if you're going to take over. It's not better.
Thank you, Patrick, for being on today as our guest. Thank you, Chris. I know it probably felt like you were a little outside on this episode, but I mean, you know what? There will only be 4 of you next time, so we just came back from hiatus. You can watch all of it. This is your first episode. I hope you didn't really like Spencer. Yes. Would you like to say it? Or...
Yeah, hello. If you haven't gathered from the number of context clues, Frankie will be absent over the course of this next arc. Hijinks and Handlebars shoots live in the sometimes in the greater Los Angeles area. I, Spencer LaBelle, playing Frankie Fox, will be relocating to New Orleans, pursuing other art ventures out there. I feel like I've just begun the outro, so I'm going to carry through it. You can follow me, find past and previous ventures at Splubble on Instagram, SplubelVO currently on Twitter. May be liable to change. It's a rebranding sort of period of time. But yeah, future things will be coming out.
Well, let's do me last, because I have some stuff to say, so let's just go reverse order.
I am Franny, playing Gritty Fox, and you can find me on Instagram at JUST_FRINNIE, and on Twitter, same handle except with a K at the very end.
I'm Chris. I've been playing Shane Akazawa. You can find me at Tanamato.
Hi, I'm Patrick. You can find me at Patrick Best on Instagram, not really on Twitter. So
They can follow you on Twitter if you want to see like nondescript complaints about football.
I always know when a new game happening because he starts
Fuck, I
tweeting
can't
out.
believe that call. There's a lot of that.
Sometimes it's just like no, and I'm like, is he okay?
So yeah. And I was glad to be able to come in and surprise Spencer on his last day.
None of us fucking knew you were gonna be here, which was wild.
Has Marvel met you before? No wonder she's so curious.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. I am Sam Richardson. I've been playing Teddy Tedward Tank Dobson, and we have been playing with Spencer for a year now, just over. And it's been, it's been a good time. And we're gonna miss him.
I'm Jonas, playing Derry Nazari. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I tweet about the other QueueTimes shows that I do here, including a show that is coming back tomorrow, Court of Corvids, our Pathfinder stream. William is on that as well. And I tweet about our band, Glass Beach, who's going on tour soon. Check out our tour dates on Twitter at Glass Beach Band.
I've been William, the GM for Hijinks Handlebars. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at kwilliamwhite. I also tweet about Glass Beach. I tweet about Court of Corvids and everything. It's a really exciting time for QueueTimes. A lot of new launches and a lot of really new people and stuff. But I do want to say it has been an extreme pleasure to GM you, Spencer, for the entire time we've had this show running. It's going to be wild to think about continuing without you on the show. I know eventually we if everything turns out the best case scenario, we'll have you back. It won't be for a while though.
Just wait until we do this.
For me, but I do want.
I just kick down the curtain and be like, intuitive.
I do want to say, just completely sincerely here. I'm going to talk about you in the third person really quick, but if even if it's a home game or if it's a stream or a podcast or anything, if you can ever find a player as exciting and impressive and thoughtful as Spencer LaBelle is, you will be incredibly lucky. So thank you. You can see the rest of our stuff on QueueTimes main YouTube channel. It's all on a playlist.
We said it at the beginning.
We do this Tuesdays. The show's gonna be a little different now.
There's gonna be more Shay.
There's gonna be more Shay.
So if you really like
Hope you like Shay.
I love Shay.
I love Shay. Yeah, there's gonna be more Shay, and eventually, hopefully, we'll get Spencer and Frankie back.
I was coming in to replace them the whole time.
No,
that's
the thing.
From the first Heist.
Not even. We were
No, we were like, we hit our stride. We got our 5 people.
Yeah. Okay, we should probably end this. Thank you so much, Spencer. Yeah. And Spencer, more important than just to the stream and everything, we're all incredibly close and really good friends off stream. So, this is it's a big deal, and you're gonna be super successful in New Orleans. I think it's gonna be a good move. Okay.
Now we all have a reason to go to New Orleans. Another one, actually.
Yeah. There has never been a reason to go to New Orleans. And now there is. Okay, cool. I'm going to sign off now. Thanks everybody. 100% QueueTimes, everybody. If you like the show, please share it with people. There's a back catalog. If you do like Spencer, you can find a lot of Spencer. You can find a lot of Spencer in Hijinks Handlebars. They've been just a beacon of plot. And it's really wonderful, and you should experience everything that Spencer has to offer. So go back and check that stuff out, and then join us and find your joy for the show without Spencer, just like we're gonna try to do. So
yeah.
Okay. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
We're gonna leave now.
When in doubt, ask for a gun.
Good night.